ये कह के नहीं भाग सकता कि ये बेलेबल ऑफेंस है, ये सिस्टम इस चीज से नहीं बच सकता। आपकी बार नहीं, आज तक जो होता है मुझे नहीं पता। मेरे को ये बाप बेटे अंदर चाहिए, मुझे ये बाप बेटे अंदर चाहिए। ये जानबूझ के अपने पैसे के दम पे क्राइम कर रहे हैं रोड पे, मुझे ये बाप बेटे अंदर चाहिए। मैम मेरे को जस्टिस चाहिए मेरे बच्चे के लिए। मेरा बच्चा तो नहीं आ सकता कि चोर माँ का बच्चा नहीं जाना चाहिए। कोई और माँ अपने बच्चे की इतनी यंग एज में डेड बॉडी ना देख, कोई भी पेरेंट नहीं देखे। एक माँ के अंदर से एक टुकड़ा, दिल के अंदर से एक और दिल बनता है। 23 साल मैं अब जाके 2 साल बाद मैं अपने बेटे को बोलती थी, बेटा तू जाएगा ना, मैं अब रेस्ट करूंगी, अब मैं थक जाती हूँ, अब मेरे से इतनी भागदौड़ नहीं होती। साहिल तू जल्दी जा यहाँ से, बेटा तू अपनी सक्सेस स्टार्ट कर, तू जिस दिन यहाँ से जाएगा उसी दिन मेरी लाइफ की अचीवमेंट होगी। हम दिन गिन रहे थे, मेरा बेटा और मैं दिन गिन रहे थे, उसके जाने के दिन गिन रहे थे। ये बंदा मुझे चाहिए अंदर। दिस इज नो एक्सक्यूज। ये बेलेबल ऑफेंस है। ये बेलेबल ऑफेंस भी गवर्नमेंट नहीं बनाया है ना, सिस्टम नहीं बनाया है ना, तो ये सिस्टम इसको चेंज करे और सबसे पहले इन्हीं से शुरुआत करे, इन्हीं से शुरुआत करे। ट्रांसपोर्टर होके अगर वो आज तक इलीगल काम करता आ रहा है तो उसको क्या लगता है कि वो अपने बिजनेस में जो मर्जी करता आ रहा है उसके बच्चे भी करेंगे, लोगों की जिंदगियों से खेलेंगे? इसका मतलब ये ट्रांसपोर्टर है और ये क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटी जो इसके बेटे ने करी है, ये क्रिमिनल मेंटालिटी इसके बाप की गाड़ियों ने भी बहुत सारे लोगों को उड़ाया होगा, इसलिए उसको पता होगा, इसलिए उसको पता होगा कि कुछ नहीं होता, इसीलिए उसने गाड़ी दे रखी है अपने बेटे को, इसीलिए दे रखी है गाड़ी क्योंकि उसको पता है कि कुछ होगा नहीं। लग्जरी के नाम पे, कंफर्ट के नाम पे, ट्रांसपोर्टर होने के नाते उसको मालूम है वो ऑलरेडी लॉस के साथ प्ले कर रहा है, इसीलिए उसने अपने बच्चे को गाड़ी दे रखी है। यही रीजन है कि उसने अपने बेटे को लग्जरी के नाम पे गाड़ी दे रखी है कि वो कुछ भी कर लेगा तो 2-4 हजार रुपए देके वो घर आ जाएगा। नॉट एक्सेप्टेड। वन फाइनल स्टेटमेंट, दिस लॉ, दिस ऑफेंस, दिस सिस्टम, दिस बेलेबल, ये सब आई डोंट एक्सेप्ट, आई डोंट एक्सेप्ट।
आपने हमें ये भी बताया कि आप जब वहाँ गई तो साहिल कई बहुत देर तक वहीं रोड पे थे, किसी ने मदद नहीं की, या क्या हुआ, थोड़ा हमें बताइए।
मैम मैं बता चुकी हूँ ऑलरेडी, 2 घंटे तक मेरा बच्चा रोड पे था। किसी भी माँ बाप के लिए, और माँ के लिए, माँ कैसे संवार के रखती है अपने बच्चों को। मेरे बच्चे के वीडियो देखो ना, मेरा बच्चा इतना इनोसेंट, इतना इनोसेंट बच्चा मेरा, उसकी रील्स देख के किसी को प्यार हो जाएगा उससे। इतना स्वीट बच्चा। हमारे मोहल्ले के गार्ड के भी पैर छूता था, इतना संस्कारी बच्चा था मेरा। देखो मेरा इतना स्वीट बच्चा, इतना स्वीट बच्चा मेरा। मैं इसको पूरी जिंदगी वीडियो में देखूंगी। मैंने इसलिए बोला था इसको कोई राक्षस उड़ा के चला जाए मेरे बच्चे को। उसने तो जिंदगी जीनी शुरू भी नहीं करी थी अभी। मेरा बच्चा, मैं अपने बच्चों को ऐसे देखूंगी।
और आपने ये भी बताया कि वो जब अक्यूज्ड है वो सिर्फ वो ही नहीं था, उसकी बहन भी थी उसके साथ कार में।
हाँ, दोनों बहन भाई निकले थे स्पीड वाली फन रील्स बनाने के लिए स्नैपचैट पे। उन्होंने वो स्नैपचैट पे बनाई है। ये भी हमें जो सोशल मीडिया के थ्रू जो उसने पोस्ट करे हैं और कमेंट्स मारे हैं तब हमें पता चला है। ये उसकी खुद की बनाई हुई रील है। ये मेरा बच्चा ये हमारी लास्ट ईयर पे किसी नॉन की वेडिंग अटेंड करने गए थे, वहां पे मेरी लास्ट फोटो मेरे बेटे के साथ है। मेरा बच्चा इतना खुश था, पहली बार मुझे नहीं पता था दिस इज गोइंग टू बी माई लास्ट फोटो विद माई चाइल्ड। आई डिडंट नो दिस, आई डिडंट नो दिस।
आप एक फाइनल अपील क्या है आपकी?
Look at the personality, the kind of grooming I have given to my child. और रोड पे कैसे लवारिसों की तरह पड़ा था।
One final appeal.
I want to appeal from the public, from the nation, from the system, from the judiciary, हर जगह से ये रईसजादों के लॉ चेंज करो, चेंज करो। अपने रईसजादों को अपने घर में रखो, अपने घर में रखो उनको, ऐसी जगहों पे भेजो जहां उनको हमारा गर्दी करने को मिले, बंजर जमीनों पे, वहां तफरी करवाओ, वहां तफरिया करवाओ उनसे, हमारे बच्चों को बख्श दो। ऐसे क्रिमिनल्स को सोसाइटी में कैसे रहने दे रहे लोग, ऐसे लोगों को कैसे रखा हुआ है यहाँ पे अभी तक? क्यों उसने जिस दिन सोसाइटी की खड़ी गाड़ियों में मारा था, उस दिन सोसाइटी वालों को समझ में नहीं आया कि कोई बच्चा भी मर सकता है। वो कैसे रह रहे हैं यहाँ पे? उसके बाप को अंदर करो, अभी अभी अंदर करो। इतने दिनों से बाहर क्यों है वो खुला सांड बाहर कुछ भी कर रहा है बैठ के, सिस्टम से खिलवाड़ कर रहा है, सिस्टम को मरोड़ तोड़ कर रहा है, इसलिए बाहर छोड़ा हुआ उसको। अंदर करो उसको। पब्लिक वांट टू सी हिम बिहाइंड बार्स, बाहर नहीं आना चाहिए। ये लॉ मैं एक्सेप्ट नहीं करती। 1 महीना 2 महीना 1 साल मैं एक्सेप्ट नहीं करती उसको। उसको भी पता चले, अपनी फैमिली से दूर होने का दर्द पता चलना चाहिए इनको, इनको भी दर्द होना चाहिए।
मानस, 3 तारीख की बात है ये, और एग्जैक्टली कहाँ पे ये हुआ है?
ये लाल बहादुर इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट है, उसके जस्ट सामने वाले फ्रंट गेट वाली रोड पे हुआ है ये एक्सीडेंट।
तो क्या कार क्या ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन से रॉन्ग साइड से आ रही थी कि दोनों साइड से आना अलाउड है?
देखो, है तो 2 लेन, ठीक है, 2 लेन है वो, लेकिन गाड़ी वाले की गलती ये है कि वो अपनी सोसाइटी के गेट से निकला है एंड ही वाज ड्राइविंग ऑन द राइट साइड ऑफ द लेन व्हेन ही शुड हैव ऑन द लेफ्ट साइड। या तो वो सामने से आ रहा है जहां से बस अपोजिट डायरेक्शन से आ रही है। बस को आता देखा है उसने, बहुत हाई स्पीड में था वो, जैसा कि हमने सीसीटीवी में देखा। अगर आप वो भी देखोगे तो 1 सेकंड में ऐसे गायब हुआ है वो सीसीटीवी के आगे से, जैसे हवाई जहाज उड़ा रहा हूँ, ठीक है। अब सामने बस आई है, बस के 2 मीटर पहले उसने कट मारा है, ठीक है, और उसके सामने बिल्कुल साहिल आ गया।
आप ऐसा बता रहे हो कि बस के साइड में साहिल चल रहा था?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी,
और उसने
हाँ जी। वो साहिल बस के पीछे चल रहा था। साहिल ने ओवरटेक करने के लिए राइट साइड देखा, ठीक है, राइट साइड में उसको गाड़ी दिखी नहीं। क्यों? क्योंकि वो तो दूसरी लेन में थी जो बस के सामने से आ रही है, ठीक है। अब गाड़ी वाले ने कट मारा है, उसने बाहर निकाली है। वो भी उस टाइम पे भी वो बहुत आराम से निकाल रहा था कि जस्ट इन केस कोई होगा तो मैं एटलीस्ट अंदर तो ले लूँ वापस, ठीक है। लेकिन अब वो गाड़ी वाले जिस स्पीड में था और जिस साइड से आ रहा था उसको दिखाई नहीं वो चीज़। उसके लिए अगर आप वीडियो में भी देखोगे ना, उसका सिर्फ एंड में ऐसे हाथ उठाए डर के, वो जो एक साइकोलॉजिकल वो होती है, हाँ हाँ जी, हाँ जी, तो बस उसका हाथ उठाए और गाड़ी उसको लेके साथ अपने। हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी। उसके लिए बहुत वो था ना, सरप्राइजिंग था कि भाई अचानक से गाड़ी कहाँ से आ गई, और वो भी इतनी स्पीड में कि उसको अपने आप को बचाने को भी वो नहीं मिला। और अगर वो गाड़ी वाला खुद भी ब्रेक मारता ना, तब भी मेरे हिसाब से साहिल का बचना मुश्किल था, क्योंकि वो स्पीड ही इतनी थी।
तो मैम ने ये भी बताया हमें कि ऑलरेडी चालान थे बहुत सारे उस कार के ऊपर शायद।
इस चीज़ के लिए तो मतलब मेरे को भी नहीं पता इतना, ठीक है, क्योंकि ये थोड़ी इंटरनल चीज़ है। जो मेजरली अभी जो इस पे काम कर रहे हैं वो लॉयर्स और इसकी मम्मी जो है मेन, ठीक है। मैं इतना पूछता नहीं, मैं अपनी तरफ से जो है वो मैं अपना कर रहा हूँ।
कब इंटिमिडेट किया गया आपको इस बारे में?
जब मैं ऑफिस 3 फेब को ही बता दिया था मेरे को एक्सीडेंट के बारे में, लेकिन थोड़ा मेरे को लेट पता चला शाम को, क्योंकि मैं ऑफिस में था और उस टाइम आई डोंट पिकअप कॉल्स यूजुअली दोस्तों के। तो मैं घर आया हूँ, मैं खाना खा रहा था, मैंने एलन को मतलब उसका मिस्ड कॉल आ रखा था, मैंने उसको कॉल बैक किया। मैंने बोला भाई क्या हो गया, व्हाई वर यू कॉलिंग मी सो मेनी टाइम्स। तो उसने बोला कि भाई ऐसे ऐसे साहिल के साथ ये हो गया। मैंने बोला भाई मजाक मत कर, ठीक है। पर उसने फिर मेरे को थोड़ा पुश किया कि हाँ भाई सीरियस है। मैंने उसको बोला भाई मैं तेरे को बता दूंगा अगर झूठ हुआ ये तो मैं गया हूँ वहाँ पे और मैंने एक्सीडेंट का सिनेरियो देखा है। तब मतलब सब कुछ साफ हो गया था, क्योंकि मैं बहुत लेट पहुंचा था, 12 बजे की बात है और मैं 6 बजे गया था वहाँ पे। पर दोस्त सारे वहीं पे थे मेरे, और जो मैंने वहाँ पे देखा कि जो रोड की कंक्रीट होती है ना, इट वाज लाइक मतलब पील्ड ऑफ ग्राउंड से, इतना इतना बड़ा कोलिजन था और इतनी स्पीड में गाड़ी थी कि हाँ R15 के तो 2 टुकड़े हो ही गए उसी टाइम पे गाड़ी से लगते ही। और सबसे बड़ी बात तो ये है कि जो गाड़ी के अंदर बंदा है ना उसको एक खरोच तक नहीं है और उसने 2 जिंदगियां बर्बाद कर दी।
गाड़ी के अंदर 2 लोग।
हाँ 2 लोग थे। अब जैसा कि उसने बताया FIR में जो लिखा हुआ है वो उसकी बहन थी। अब रेस्ट वी डोंट नो कि थी कौन एक्चुअली।
All right, that's how sad the state of affairs there for the family. A mother actually who lost her 23-year-old son raised single-handedly to a freak mishap, and that because a juvenile was at the wheel and speeding, did not have license. Republic, in fact, has accessed the birth certificate of Delhi's killer minor driver. Birth certificate of killer juvenile driver shows he's 17 years old. A juvenile delinquent shielded behind the system. Now, remember, you get a license, driving license at 16, but you remain juvenile till 18. And that's why he got away so lightly. He was given bail by the Juvenile Justice Board on the grounds that he had to face class 10 exams, which means he's 17, but he's not done his class 10 still. Shambhavi is joining us live for more on this. Shambhavi, you have spent all day there with the situation emerging that this juvenile got away lightly because as law stands, he's juvenile till he's 18, though he seems to be 17 years old as per the birth certificate. What are you hearing from the police there, and what are you hearing from the legal team on behalf of Sahil that's working to get justice for Sahil and his mother?
Which was involved in this entire collision, and currently the police is making sure that all the mechanical investigation is being carried out on all those 3 vehicles. One is the Scorpio, the SUV that hit the bike on which Sahil was riding. Second one is the bike, and the third one is the cab, the stationary cab, because after the initial impact, the SUV, after hitting the bike, then collided in a cab, and the cab driver was also injured. And now we know that further investigations on a broader level is currently underway, where these mechanical, and we also showed our viewers the condition of all those 3 cars, which is currently stationary in Dhaka's police station, and there were several markings made, which was a part of their ongoing investigations. That is where the police is at, currently talking about how the mother, of course, grief-struck mother, whose only child, 23-year-old Sahil, she appealed to the justice system. She appealed to the system that she will not accept this offence to be categorized as a bailable offence, because we can see that not in just this case, in several other cases as well.
Right.
People have gotten out of the jail, out of the JGB board by just a few months or few years, and the same happened in this. You very rightly pointed out that he got his certificate at 16, or his driving license he could have gotten at 16 years of age. But you are a juvenile unless you are 18 years of age. Back to you.
Yeah, thank you, Shambhavi, with that update. And I believe with that, we slip in a short break.
An entire lobby wanted to stall this project, 80,000 crore worth car Nicobar project, which has finally been given the green signal by the NGT. Tonight on This Is Exclusive, we do a deep dive and tell you why this is of strategic importance.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरी डे।
Himanta Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the country has watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav Gogoi.
Yes.
Are you doing it? First question, let's have it out of the way. Are you doing this because you're facing a huge test in your political career with the Assam elections coming up, and he's the person Rahul Gandhi is putting up against you?
Arnab, you know Assam. Even I produce a picture of Asim Munir and Gaurav Gogoi. Congress is not going to lose a single vote because whomever the vote, the section of people who vote for Gaurav Gogoi or Rahul Gandhi in Assam, in any case they will vote.
Teen driving an SUV and then he attempts to make a reel recording his stunts. The cost is death of a 23-year-old. The mother is crying for help. We bring you the full story on 6 Stories at 6. We also get you what's on agenda as far as President Macron's visit to India is concerned, from defense to AI to trade. All that matters in this visit. We get you all that and much more on 6 Stories at 6 with me, Rakshita.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मम्मा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा, सबका राजा आरती और मसाला। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो, मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 World Cup जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह खड़े होना चाहिए।
That's what he said 8 days back. Now he's changed his line 8 days later. Now he's saying that the government of Pakistan is now directing the Pakistan national team to take the field on February 15th for the scheduled fixture against India in the T20 World Cup. Now viewers, my point is, let the Pakistanis do what the hell they want to do, who cares? But what is the BCCI doing? What is the ICC doing? What is Rajiv Shukla doing? What is this paid executive Sanjog Gupta doing? Why are we allowing Pakistan to do the U-turn? We should have never given the
Well, let's begin with the breaking news development on the Air India front coming in, and we get to know from sources that Air India has made some changes at the top level of its management. Former Civil Aviation Secretary P.S. Kharola has been roped in as senior advisor, and the group Corpcom head has been moved out. In fact, Kharola was earlier CMD of Air India when the Air India was under the control of the government of India. And the global head of Corpcom has been moved to a different role, basically damage control, firefighting mode for Air India as it faces back-to-back crisis on operational front. Harsha joins us live. Okay, pictures coming in of Prime Minister Modi and President Macron. They have just finished their delegation level talks. Okay, opening statements. Okay, not getting the audio, but these are opening statements being made. Remember, delegation level talks are going on. These are delayed pictures. The delegation talks started almost 45 minutes back, and these pictures are deferred pictures. These are opening remarks made by the two sides, the two leaders. Prime Minister is speaking. We'll get you the audio just in a bit. You have President Macron also speaking after that. These are, as you can see in the pictures, full-fledged delegation talks happening in Mumbai. Mumbai's Lok Bhavan, in fact, between India and France. A complete review of the larger relationship, the strategic ties, the economic situation, the geo-economic situation, the FTAs. Remember, India is fresh out of trade agreement with the European Union, and it was called the mother of all deals, though subsequently an interim agreement has been signed with the United States also. But France, the second biggest trading partner within the EU, insofar as India is concerned, about $20 billion worth of annual trade, about $2 billion worth of FDI coming in from France, and the two sides discussing, deliberating to take it forward further, even as both the leaders have discussed and exchanged notes on the global situation, from Europe war to the Middle East and the West Asia conflict, and then the tariff wars going on, and of course the very specific aspect of the India-France defense relationship, a defense partnership which seems to be at the cusp of becoming stronger, with India close to deciding another tranche of Rafale purchases, the 4.5 generation fighter jet, which proved its case during the Operation Sindoor, with its standoff weaponry holding or pinning down the Pakistani Air Force hundreds of kilometers away. So those talks, opening comments just in a bit playing out. We'll get the audio, fix the audio, and get you the opening comments also. We're fixing the audio of the pictures that have come in of the delegation level talks in a bit, and coming up on the other side.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप। थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये हित तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा। सबका राजा और प्योर मसाला।
Himanta Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the country has watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav Gogoi.
Yes.
Are you doing it? First question, let's have it out of the way. Are you doing this because you're facing a huge test in your political career with the Assam elections coming up, and he's the person Rahul Gandhi is putting up against you?
Arnab, you know Assam. Even I produce a picture of Asim Munir and Gaurav Gogoi. Congress is not going to lose a single vote, because whomever the vote, the section of people who vote for Gaurav Gogoi or Rahul Gandhi in Assam, in any case they will vote only Congress. From that press conference, neither I will gain one.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार, विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी every day.
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 वर्ल्ड कप जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह खड़े होना चाहिए।
That's what he said 8 days back. Now he's changed his line 8 days later. Now he's saying that the government of Pakistan is now directing the Pakistan national team to play, to take the field on February 15th for the scheduled fixture against India in the T20 World Cup. Now viewers, my point is, let the Pakistanis do what the hell they want to do, who cares? But what is the BCCI doing? What is the ICC doing? What is Rajiv Shukla doing? What is this paid executive Sanjog Gupta doing? Why are we allowing Pakistan to do the U-turn? We should have never given them a long rope. We should have caught them and said, no, you said you're not playing, now you don't play. We should have embarrassed them. We should have made life hell for them. We should have reined in the Pakistanis. But no, you see in our country, some people are so desperate, like Rajiv Shukla, so desperate to play cricket with Pakistan. Why, Rajiv Shukla, do you want to play cricket with Pakistan? You have no history of cricket. But Rajiv Shukla says, we agree with the ICC. We cannot comment on what the ICC is doing. And then he says, ICC, BCCI has nothing to do with what Shehbaz Sharif is saying. Well, let me tell you, the ICC has given in to Pakistan. And I feel bad, this fellow, Sanjog Gupta, who is the ICC CEO, earlier was a TV executive.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
President Macron of France meets Prime Minister Modi in Mumbai's Lok Bhavan, hold bilateral talks, joint statement soon. After Indore, water contamination cases reported in Haryana's Palwal, over 22 killed, health emergency declared as per reports.
Not only me, everybody will be one after another, everybody will be sidelined. All the Congress family now suffering in a mental infighting.
Former Congress President Bhupen Bora joins Arnab Goswami for an exclusive interview on the situation in Assam. 23-year-old Sahil Dhaneshra run over by minor brat in Delhi's Dwarka, accused shot reels in car moments before accident.
मैम, मैं ये एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर सकती। सिस्टम ये कह के नहीं भाग सकता कि ये बेलेबल ऑफेंस है। ये सिस्टम इस चीज से नहीं बच सकता। आपकी बार नहीं, आज तक जो होता है मुझे नहीं पता। मेरे को ये बाप बेटे अंदर चाहिए।
Sahil's mother fights for justice for son, says rich man's reels, stunts and SUV killed her son. Unlicensed minor accused kills one but granted bail by Juvenile Justice Board, citing Class 10 board exams. All right, we are going back to the pictures coming in from Mumbai, the Lok Bhavan of Mumbai, in fact, where delegation level talks are going on between India and France. President Macron, along with his delegation, he has traveled with a big one, and Prime Minister Modi with his delegation, which includes both the Foreign Minister Jaishankar and the NSA Doval. These pictures are coming in from there. The delegation level talks have been going on for almost an hour now, but opening comments, if we have the audio now, can we go to the audio? If we have the audio. All right, so we don't have the audio yet, but opening comments, the pictures of the opening comments during the delegation level talks came in a while back. It should be, the talk should be ending anytime now, and then we would have the joint statement from both the sides. Press statements rather from both the sides. As it happens with the two leaders speaking, the plan was 5 p.m. It's exactly 5 and 5:03 now, and the talks perhaps might go on for another 10-15 minutes, and then we would have the joint statement coming in where all eyes, not just of New Delhi and Paris, but around the world on the two leaders as to whether they are going to announce that mega deal on Rafales. Would India announce at this moment purchase of the third tranche of Rafale fighter jets, the 4.5 generation fighter jets that France builds, the Dassault Aviation, the French company builds, and India has already purchased them twice, and Indian Air Force has 36 of them. Indian Navy is going to get 26 of them, and now this also shows that post-Operation Sindoor, India has the confidence in Rafales as the backbone of IAF's post-Op Sindoor war plans. And we have seen, for example, okay, now I think we have the audio. Can we go to the audio? Okay, these are pictures in the split screen from earlier in the morning. French President Emmanuel Macron paid his tributes and homage to the martyrs of the 26/11 terror attack in Mumbai at the Gateway of India. These are pictures from that occasion at around 11 a.m. in the morning, along with the First Lady of France, Brigitte Macron, and paying respects with a minute of silence there. There were some French nationals also. And before that, in fact, Macron had taken a run across around the Queen's Necklace, or the Marine Drive as it is called in Mumbai, Churchgate to Marine Drive. French president took a run also in the morning like he does. He did that in Beijing, he did that in Mumbai today, Beijing last month, of course. And whether Rafale is going to be announced or not is the question on everybody's mind. We are going to be joined soon by strategic affairs expert Madhav Nalapat. Professor Nalapat is going to give us insights into whether that announcement is to happen or not. Even if a final deal announcement is not happening, even if intent is shown, because remember, the Defense Acquisition Council has cleared the acceptance of necessity process, and which means that now the Ministry of Defense or its relevant committees can go into the details of the deal and start the negotiations with the French side. The understanding is that 114 Rafales would be bought this time. This is the biggest aircraft deal in recent memory, perhaps last 3 decades, that India is signing. And of the 114, okay, Rajnath Singh speaking in Bengaluru, not Mumbai. Let's cut to that. Rajnath Singh on
Tata Advanced Systems Limited and Airbus Helicopters as we enter a new phase in our long-standing partnership with France. Our collaboration with France is limitless, where even sky is not a limit to our mutually beneficial partnership. Friends, India and France have been trusted strategic partners. I would like to extend my profound thanks to Airbus France and particularly to the French Defense Minister. I now invite Her Excellency Minister Catherine Vautrin to deliver her remarks. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad.
Okay, so that was Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, and he was at a ceremony in Karnataka along with French Defense Minister, and they are jointly inaugurating Airbus aircraft facility, a helicopter facility where the Airbus Tata consortium would be manufacturing what is called the AH-125 single-seater, single-engine aircraft, helicopters rather. And that's another high point of this ongoing visit of the French side. President Macron closeted with Prime Minister Modi in delegation-level talks in Mumbai, and the French Defense Minister there, along with Rajnath Singh, inaugurating Airbus helicopter facility in Karnataka. Okay, again, let's go back to Bengaluru, Karnataka. Kolar.
With what has already been achieved with the C-295 program in India. Dear Minister, these achievements show the depth of the India-France strategic partnership. It demonstrates how France's technological capability and India's industrial strength can come together to boost India's Make India in India program in aerospace and defense. This project, India's very first private sector helicopter assembly line, it's a concrete expression of trust, shared priorities, and a forward-looking and ambitious relationship. Dear Bruno, congratulations for the Airbus vision. I welcome Airbus' decision to invest early in India's helicopter market and to partner with a company of Tata standing. The project will reinforce India's capabilities while also generating long-term opportunities for French industry. While this facility will assemble the civil variant of the H-125 helicopter, it's also equipped to assemble its military variants, which stands out for its performance, reliability, and operational versatility. As you know, dual use and manufacturing is key. India's armed forces, they serve the very best and latest technology for safeguard the nation. And I want you to know that France stands fully committed to meeting these requirements. Our countries are long-standing partners. Our economic and industrial cooperation are reinforced resilience on both sides and brought our societies closer. The partnership between Airbus and Tata reflects this level of maturity and mutual confidence. As a market leader, supported by the French government, Airbus Helicopters has much to bring to India. This final assembly line is not only a major industrial milestone, it's a new step in the shared journey between France and India in aerospace and defense. It illustrates what our partnership can achieve when it combines trust, ambition, and innovation. Together, we are building capabilities, strengthening sovereignty, and preparing the future. That's our common vision. France is really proud to stand alongside India, and we look forward to deepening even further this strategic friendship in years to come. Thank you.
I'd like to request Ms. Catherine to please remain back on.
Okay, we have Mr. Aryan Bhaskar, geopolitical affairs expert, joining us over the phone, I believe, for more on this. That was Catherine Vautrin, the Defense Minister of France, participating in the event where India and France have together inaugurated facility in the private sector made up of Tata Advanced Systems Limited and and Airbus of France, of Europe coming together and setting up that helicopter facility, the final assembly line of which was inaugurated in that event. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh spoke earlier, Mr. Bhaskar, but these pictures tell a story, which is that while President Trump is busy hectoring the world on tariffs, India and France are quietly working at taking their defense partnership to the next level, really.
Are you asking for my comments?
Yes, Mr. Bhaskar, the question is to you. My question is that while America is hectoring the world on tariffs, India and France are working quietly to strengthen their defense and aerospace partnership.
Absolutely. In fact, it's going to be very interesting to see how exactly India is going to work with the US with its $500 billion demand. Because if you're going to tie up with Airbus, we will not need that many Boeings. And secondly, if you're going to go into the France defense technology, we need less of US defense technology. Finally, it must be said that US defense technology has not worked very well in both theaters of war, the European war, Ukraine, as well as the Israel war, where they were trounced by Iranian and Chinese technologies.
All right, and you think, are you getting a sense that the Rafale deal might get announced, or at least some movement might happen, that the two sides might agree that, okay, fine, let's move forward and start final leg of negotiations?
I think they will start a final leg of negotiations. I only wish India could have insisted on actual technology transfer instead of just assemblies. Hitherto, all purchases from France has been a semi-knockdown kits or actual import of planes. Technology transfer has not taken place the way it takes place between Russia and India.
Yeah, so but still a halfway house, because the Americans don't give anything and it comes with a kill switch that they can decide when to stop your weapons from firing. The French at least are giving you something, some transfer of technology. Even with CKDs, it comes with about 30-40% of technology transfer.
Yes, I agree with you. Some technology transfer does take place, but it is not real technology transfer. The basic source codes, the basic knowledge is not transferred to India.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Bhaskar, for that perspective. Nice conversation, short and sweet conversation there on the possibilities that India and France are working on together in the defense and aerospace sector, with the two defense ministers just a while back inaugurating a helicopter manufacturing facility in Kolar of Karnataka. We'll come back to it when the two leaders come out and make that joint statement, but coming out of that story for a bit, moving to Assam, another major breakaway is staring the Congress party. Major churn underway in Assam ahead of polls. A minority legislators from the Congress and AIUDF are all set to join the Assam Gana Parishad. Congress legislators Siddiq Ahmed, AIUDF legislators Karimuddin Barbhuya and Nizamuddin Chaudhary all set to join the AGP. The AGP is an ally of the NDA. The three leaders have significant hold in the Barak Valley. Can we go to Anirudh for more on this? That's an interesting development because remember, just next month possibly elections would be announced in Assam along with other states, 4 other states, which includes Tamil Nadu and Kerala and West Bengal and Puducherry. And Assam is a key state where the BJP as an incumbent is hoping to come back under the leadership of Himanta Biswa Sarma, and we saw how Congress lost its president just yesterday with its leader resigning from the party. Anirudh is joining us over the phone. For more on this, it seems like both the Congress and the AIUDF are seeing a churn, and both in some ways the Muslim vote dependent parties, AIUDF out and out a Muslim vote dependent party, and the Congress depending quite some on the vote bank, and both seeing attrition of legislators from the community. That's something which should worry the Congress and the AIUDF. In fact, AIUDF chief Badruddin Ajmal had lost his own election in 2024 in Assam. And that gives you an idea of the kind of churn that's really happening in Assam politics. Anirudh joining us live in a bit from now, and to help us understand what this really means. Assam, looking at elections, 126 assembly seats, of which about one-third where the Muslim vote bank is significant or makes a difference. Anirudh joins us live. Anirudh, these names that come out, the Congress legislator, Siddiq Ahmed, AIUDF legislators, Karimuddin Barbhuyan and Nizamuddin Chaudhry, what impact are they going to have if they move to the AGP, which is an ally of the BJP NDA?
Yes, Abhishek, definitely this is going to be a major breakaway as far as the Congress party and the AIUDF is concerned. Already Congress's former president of the Congress party, Bhupen Bora, has resigned. And after Bhupen Bora today, another photo has emerged where Siddiq Ahmed, another tall minority leader of the Congress party, was seen having a meeting with AGPs Atul Bora and Kekhob Mohanta, and what we are getting to know that Siddiq Ahmed, who is currently under suspension in the Congress party, is all set to join the Assam Gana Parikhad, the AGP, which is an ally, one of the in fact oldest ally of the NDA here in the northeast. And apart from Siddiq Ahmed, another two prominent leaders of the AIUDF led by Badruddin Azmal, who has a mass appeal if we talk about their respective constituencies, be it in Karimganj district of Assam. They are also all set to join the Assam Gana Parikhad. And in fact, Karimuddin Barbhuyan joining the AGP will be a very big dent on the AIUDF because, you know, he is also the General Secretary of the AIUDF, Abhishek.
Right. Thank you so much, Anirudh, for joining us with those details on the churn in Congress and AIUDF insofar as their minority vote bank politics is concerned. All right. We come back to the story under focus all day, which is the hit and kill case from Dwarka of Delhi. Another life lost, what many are calling sheer negligence. Now, this is, in fact, a similar case coming in from Kerala. In Thoddupuza, in Idukki district, a 27-year-old man fell into an unbarricaded pit dug for a roadside culvert and never came home. He was supposed to fly abroad the next morning. Today, as his family mourns, the larger question grows louder. How many more deaths will it take for authorities to act?
A deadly fall, a life cut short. 27-year-old Chase Benny was riding home near Muthalakodda in Thiruvananthapuram on Monday night when his bike plunged into an open pit dug for culvert construction. No barricades, no warning signs. Chase, who had been working in Malta, was scheduled to return the next morning. Instead, he was rushed to a private hospital where the doctors declared him dead. Anger is mounting because this is not an isolated tragedy. It was just yesterday that in Noida, a 4-year-old boy drowned in an open temple pond. And just days earlier, again in Noida, tech professional Yuvraj Mehta lost his life when his car plunged into a water-filled pit. Then it was a 25-year-old Kamal Dhyani who died after falling into a 15-foot deep pit dug by the Delhi Jal Board on Joginder Singh Marg. And in Rohini's Sector 32, 32-year-old labourer Birchu Kumar fell into an uncovered manhole, never to return home. Open pits, uncovered drains. From Kerala to the national capital, the pattern is chilling, and the questions are only mounting. Who is responsible, and how many more must pay the price?
Teen driving an SUV and then he attempts to make a reel recording his stunts. The cost is death of a 23-year-old. The mother is crying for help. We bring you the full story on 6 Stories at 6. We also get you what's on agenda as far as defense to AI to trade. All that matters in this visit. We get you all that and much more on 6 Stories at 6 with me, Rakshita.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला केसरिया
A strategic partnership with more than 20 agreements and outcomes in diverse areas of cooperation, straddling defense, economy, digital transformation, skilling and health. The year 2026 also marks the India-France Year of Innovation. We will begin the event with the witnessing the virtual inauguration of the H-125 helicopter final assembly line at Vemagal in Karnataka, which has been set up by Tata Advanced Systems in partnership with Airbus. Defense Minister Shri Rajnath Singh and Her Excellency Ms. Catherine Vautron, the Minister for Armed Forces of France, are present at the venue. We begin with a screening of a short video in this regard.
जब फ्रांस की टेक्नोलॉजी और भारत का टैलेंट मिलेगा तो सिर्फ बिजनेस लैंडस्केप ही नहीं ग्लोबल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होगा
I now request Prime Minister Modi and President Macron to virtually inaugurate this H-125 helicopter final assembly line by jointly pressing the button. We will now have live visuals from the site in Karnataka. This concludes the inauguration ceremony of the H-125 final assembly line facility. I would request the two leaders to return to their respective podiums. I would like to inform that Prime Minister Modi will be addressing the media in Hindi. Members of the audience may use the audio device provided to them to listen to the translation in French language. I now request the spokesperson of the Ministry of External Affairs to conduct the rest of the proceedings.
Namaskar, good evening. Your Excellency, Mr. Emmanuel Macron, President of the French Republic, Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, Honorable Ministers, members of both delegations, distinguished guests, and friends from the media. We will now have the press statements. May I request Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, to give his remarks to the media.
Your Excellency, my dear friend, President Macron, दोनों देशों के डेलीगेट्स, मीडिया के साथियों, नमस्कार। bonjour। मेरे प्रिय मित्र प्रेसिडेंट मैक्रो का मुंबई में स्वागत करते हुए मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है। पिछले वर्ष उन्होंने मुझे फ्रांस में आयोजित एआई एक्शन समिट के लिए बुलाया था। उस समय हमने मार्सेई की यात्रा की, जो फ्रांस का सबसे बड़ा पोर्ट और फ्रांस और पूरे यूरोप का एक प्रमुख गेटवे भी है। मार्सेई वही शहर है जहां से पहले विश्व युद्ध में हमारे भारतीय सैनिक ने यूरोप में अपने कदम रखे। उनकी बहादुरी की गाथा यूरोप के कई भागों में आज भी याद की जाती है। और यह वही शहर है जहां स्वतंत्रता सेनानी वीर सावरकर ने अंग्रेजों की पकड़ से निकलने के लिए समुद्र में छलांग लगाई थी। उनका यह कदम भारत की आजादी के लिए उनके अटूट संकल्प का प्रतीक था। मुझे पिछले वर्ष मार्सेई में उनको याद करने का और उन्हें नमन करने का अवसर मिला था। इस बार जब प्रेसिडेंट मैक्रो भारत में एआई इम्पैक्ट समिट के लिए आए हैं, तो हमारा सौभाग्य है कि हम उनका स्वागत भारत के गेटवे यानी मुंबई में कर रहे हैं। फ्रेंड्स, भारत और फ्रांस के संबंध बहुत ही विशेष है। फ्रांस भारत के सबसे पुराने स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनर्स में से एक है और प्रेसिडेंट मैक्रो के साथ मिलकर हमने इस स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप को अभूतपूर्व गहराई और ऊर्जा दी है। इस विश्वास और साझा विजन के आधार पर आज हम अपने संबंधों को स्पेशल ग्लोबल स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप के रूप में स्थापित कर रहे हैं। यह पार्टनरशिप केवल स्ट्रेटेजिक नहीं है। आज के उथल पुथल से भरे युग में यह ग्लोबल स्टेबिलिटी और ग्लोबल प्रोग्रेस की पार्टनरशिप है। फ्रेंड्स, आज भारत में हेलीकॉप्टर असेंबली लाइन का उद्घाटन इस गहरे विश्वास का एक और उज्जवल उदाहरण है। हमें गर्व है कि भारत और फ्रांस मिलकर माउंट एवरेस्ट की ऊंचाइयों तक उड़ान भरने वाला विश्व का एकमात्र हेलीकॉप्टर भारत में बनाएंगे और ये पूरे विश्व को एक्सपोर्ट भी करेंगे। यानी इंडिया फ्रांस पार्टनरशिप नोज नो बाउंड्रीज। इट कैन रीच फ्रॉम डीप ओशंस टू द टॉलेस्ट माउंटेन। फ्रेंड्स, वर्ष 2026 भारत और यूरोप के संबंधों में एक टर्निंग पॉइंट है। कुछ ही दिन पहले हमने यूरोपियन यूनियन के साथ भारत के इतिहास का सबसे बड़ा और महत्वाकांक्षी फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट किया। यह फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट भारत और फ्रांस संबंधों में भी अभूतपूर्व गति लाएगा। आपसी निवेश को बढ़ावा देने के लिए आज हम एग्रीमेंट कर रहे हैं जिससे हमारे लोगों और हमारी कंपनीज को डबल टैक्स न देना पड़े। इन सभी पहलों से आपसी ट्रेड, इन्वेस्टमेंट और मोबिलिटी को नई ऊर्जा मिलेगी और यही शेयर्ड प्रॉस्पेरिटी का रोड मैप है। फ्रेंड्स, इंडिया फ्रांस ईयर ऑफ इनोवेशन के लॉन्च से अब हम अपनी स्ट्रेटेजिक साझेदारी को पार्टनरशिप ऑफ द पीपल बनाने जा रहे हैं, क्योंकि इनोवेशन आइसोलेशन में नहीं, कोलैबोरेशन से होता है। इसलिए इंडिया फ्रांस ईयर ऑफ इनोवेशन में हमारा लक्ष्य लोगों के बीच संपर्क को मजबूत करने का है। डिफेंस हो या क्लीन एनर्जी, स्पेस हो या इमर्जिंग टेक्नोलॉजीज, हर क्षेत्र में हम अपनी इंडस्ट्री और इनोवेटर्स को कनेक्ट करेंगे। स्टार्टअप्स और एमएसएमईज के बीच मजबूत नेटवर्क बनाएंगे। हमारे स्टूडेंट्स और रिसर्चर्स के आदान प्रदान को और सुगम बनवाएंगे और इसके साथ साथ जॉइंट इनोवेशन के नए सेंटर भी तैयार करेंगे। फ्रेंड्स, आज हम क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स, बायोटेक्नोलॉजी और एडवांस मटेरियल्स में अपना सहयोग और प्रबल कर रहे हैं। हम इंडो-फ्रेंच सेंटर फॉर एआई इन हेल्थ, इंडो-फ्रेंच सेंटर फॉर डिजिटल साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी और नेशनल सेंटर ऑफ अलायंस फॉर स्किलिंग इन एरोनॉटिक्स लॉन्च करने जा रहे हैं। और यह मात्र इंस्टीट्यूशंस नहीं है, ये फ्यूचर बिल्डिंग प्लेटफॉर्म्स है। फ्रेंड्स, आज दुनिया अनसर्टेनिटी के दौर से गुजर रही है। ऐसे माहौल में इंडिया फ्रांस पार्टनरशिप एक फोर्स फॉर ग्लोबल स्टेबिलिटी है। हम फ्रांस की एक्सपर्टाइज और इंडिया के स्केल को जोड़ रहे हैं। हम ट्रस्टेड टेक्नोलॉजीज विकसित कर रहे हैं। हम इंटरनेशनल सोलर अलायंस, इंडिया मिडिल ईस्ट यूरोप इकोनॉमिक कॉरिडोर यानी आईमैक और ज्वाइंट डेवलपमेंट प्रोजेक्ट के माध्यम से ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट सुनिश्चित करेंगे और मल्टीलेटरलिज्म, डायलॉग और डिप्लोमेसी से स्थिरता और समृद्धि के प्रयासों को बल देते रहेंगे। फ्रेंड्स, भारत और फ्रांस दोनों लोकतांत्रिक मूल्यों, रूल ऑफ लॉ और मल्टीपोलर वर्ल्ड में विश्वास रखते हैं। हम एक मत है कि ग्लोबल इंस्टीट्यूशन के रिफॉर्म से ही ग्लोबल चैलेंजेस का समाधान निकलेगा। यूक्रेन, पश्चिमी एशिया या फिर इंडो पैसिफिक, हम हर क्षेत्र में शांति के सभी प्रयासों का समर्थन करते रहेंगे। आतंकवाद के हर रूप और स्वरूप को जड़ से मिटाना हमारी साझी प्रतिबद्धता है। फ्रेंड्स, भारत और फ्रांस दोनों ही प्राचीन और समृद्ध सभ्यताएं हैं। हम अपने कल्चरल और पीपल टू पीपल टाइज को बहुत महत्व देते हैं। हमें बहुत खुशी है कि युगे युगीन भारत म्यूजियम में हमारा सहयोग रहा है और अब लोथल के नेशनल मैरिटाइम हेरिटेज कॉम्प्लेक्स में भी हम फ्रांस के साथ सहयोग करने जा रहे हैं। भारतीय संस्कृति को फ्रांस के लोगों के और समीप पहुंचाने हम जल्द ही फ्रांस में स्वामी विवेकानंद कल्चरल सेंटर खोलने जा रहे हैं। योर एक्सेलेंसी, भारत फ्रांस पार्टनरशिप के प्रति आपकी गहरी प्रतिबद्धता रही है। मुझे विशेष खुशी है कि आज हम मिलकर अपने संबंधों के एक नए अध्याय का शुभारंभ कर रहे हैं। आइए हम मिलकर वैश्विक स्थिरता और समृद्धि के लिए काम करें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। मेसी बको।
Thank you, sir. May I now request His Excellency, Mr. Emmanuel Macron, President of the French Republic, to give his remarks to the media.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Premier ministre. Cher Narendra Modi, Mesdames, Messieurs les ministres, les ambassadeurs, Mesdames et Messieurs les journalistes. Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Premier ministre, pour votre accueil chaleureux à l'occasion de ma 4e visite officielle en Inde et 1 an après
भारत के मेरे चौथे आधिकारिक दौरे पर आपकी गर्मजोशी से भरे स्वागत के लिए
l'intelligence artificielle et
और ये मैं AI के समिट के लिए और भारत और जो आपने कहा हम जब आप पिछले साल फ्रांस में आए थे और जब हम मार्सेई गए थे और जो आपने मार्सेई के बारे में बात की वहाँ पर हमने एक भारतीय काउंसुलेट का भी उद्घाटन किया था। भारत और फ्रांस के बीच के द्विपक्षीय जो संबंध है वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा अभूतपूर्व है और सबसे अलग है। जैसे कि हमारी आज की बातचीत हुई थी और जो हम आगे भी करते रहेंगे आज पूरे दिन में जो ये रिश्ते हैं जो ये संबंध है उनमें भरोसा है, खुलापन है, महत्वाकांक्षा है और हमने ये भी आज निर्णय लिया है कि हम इस साझेदारी को एक विशेष स्ट्रेटेजिक साझेदारी में बदलेंगे और इसका एक नया दर्जा देंगे। ये इसमें कोई शक नहीं है क्योंकि हमें पूरी तरह से इस रिश्ते में हम भरोसा रखते हैं और पिछले 8 सालों से हम यही कर रहे हैं और हर एक साल हम अलग अलग चीज़ों पर काम करके हमने एक नए रास्ते कई नए रास्ते चुने हैं जैसे कि तीसरा रास्ता जो हिंद प्रशांत क्षेत्र का हो या फिर तकनीक का हो या फिर और जिसमें हम ऐसा रास्ता है जिसमें कोई भी हेजेमनी ना हो और हम पूरी तरह से कानून में रूल ऑफ लॉ में विश्वास करते हैं और कुछ पिछले सालों में हमने ये दिखाया है दर्शाया है चाहे वो आईमेक हो जो जिसको हमने मिलकर हमने जिसका हमने शुरुआत करी थी और जिसके लिए हमने एक सेक्रेटेरिएट भी खोला है और फिर हम अगर हम आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की बात करें चाहे हम इंटरनेशनल सोलर अलायंस की बात करें इन पिछले 8 सालों में हमने कई पहल एक साथ उठाए हैं और अगर मैं द्विपक्षीय रिश्तों पर फिर से आऊं तो हमारे जो महत्वाकांक्षी रिश्ते हैं उसके लिए हमने नए उद्देश्य तय किए हैं। हमने अपने SMEs और स्टार्टअप्स के लिए भी नए उद्देश्य रखे हैं। फ्रांस जो है वो चाहता है कि वह भारत का एक विश्वसनीय साझेदार हो ताकि हमारे जो उद्योग हैं वो एक अद्वितीय सहयोग प्रदान कर सके। अगर हाँ जैसा कि हमने चाहे राफाल हो चाहे सबमरीन्स हो चाहे वो ये जो हेलीकॉप्टर्स के लिए जो फाइनल असेंबली लाइन जो टाटा एडवांस्ड कंपनी जो है वो मिलकर फ्रांस के साथ कर रही है या फिर जो 5th जनरेशन के का जो फाइटर जेट्स हैं उनके लिए जो इंजन है उनकी नई सोच उनके लिए ऐसे कई जो क्षेत्र है जहाँ पर हम मिलकर भारत के साथ काम कर रहे हैं जहाँ पर हम टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफर में विश्वास करते हैं और जैसा कि आपने चाहा है हमने वैसा ही करने का प्रयास किया है और हम दोनों ही जो है वह जो रणनीतिक स्वायत्ता है उसमें विश्वास करते हैं। आपने रक्षा क्षेत्र की भी बात करी मैंने भी उसके बारे में कहा लेकिन कई ऐसे और भी ऐसे और क्षेत्र है जिसमें हमारी जो सोच है वो साझा सोच है चाहे वो अंतरिक्ष का क्षेत्र क्यों ना हो कई और इस क्षेत्र में कई सालों से हमारा जो रिश्ते हैं वो बेहतरीन हुए हैं वो आगे बहुत मजबूत हुए हैं और इसे लिए जुलाई में जो फ्रांस में एक शिखर सम्मेलन का हम आयोजन करने जा रहे हैं अंतरिक्ष क्षेत्र में, उसमें हमने भारत को भी निमंत्रण दिया है। और चाहे वो न्यूक्लियर सिविल न्यूक्लियर का क्षेत्र हो, उसमें भी चाहे जाता पर हो चाहे SME हो, हमने इन सभी परियोजनाओं में भारत का समर्थन करने का निर्णय लिया है। और हम एक कॉमन रोड मैप के लिए भी हम काम कर रहे हैं, ताकि अगर जो वैश्विक जो चुनौतियां उनका सामना करने के लिए, ताकि हम एक रास्ता निकालें विश्व के लिए जो हेजेमनी से काफी अलग हो। अगर एरोनॉटिक का क्षेत्र ये भी एक अहम क्षेत्र है, और जो हम हाई स्पीड रेल नेटवर्क की बात करते हैं वो भी एक क्षेत्र है जिसमें हम एक भरोसेमंद साझेदार के रूप में उभर रहे हैं। अभी जो हाल में ही हमने प्रधानमंत्री जी के साथ जो बातचीत करी है वो काफी महत्वाकांक्षी है, और वो नए उद्देश्यों को लेकर साथ आई है। और क्योंकि हम जो चाहते हैं वो हमारे रिश्तों में महत्वाकांक्षा और भी आगे बढ़े। हम चाहते हैं कि बेहतरीन टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफर हो, और भी ज़्यादा टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफर हो। और इस भारत के प्रधानमंत्री के साथ हम आज जो है वो आज जो हम इनोवेशन ईयर का जो उद्घाटन करने जा रहे हैं, हम चाहते हैं कि हमारे जो निवेशक हों, चाहे वो हमारे स्टार्टअप्स हों, चाहे हमारी कंपनियां हों, वो R&D सेंटर्स हों या और सेंटर्स हों, मिलकर काम करें। ये पूरी तरह से हमारी जो सोच के अनुरूप है, जो और जिन पर हमारे जो मंत्रीगण हैं उन्होंने अपनी बैठकों में जिन पर बातचीत करी है। अगर आपने जो एक स्वास्थ्य के क्षेत्र में AI की जो बात करी है, हम कल मैं एम्स अस्पताल में इसका उद्घाटन करूंगा, और ताकि हम जो ये नवाचार है या इनोवेशन है, ये हमारी जो संबंध है उसके केंद्र में हो, हम हमारी अर्थव्यवस्थाओं की वृद्धि के केंद्र में हो। नवाचार इनोवेशन जो किसी भी तकनीक के केंद्र में हो, और जो हमारे 2047 के जो हमारे होराइजन रोड मैप है उसके भी पूरी तरह से अनुरूप है। वो पूरी तरह से हमारे जो उद्देश्य हैं उनको परिभाषित करता है, और जो हमारे लिए महत्वपूर्ण है। चाहे आपने शोध की बात करी, टेक्नोलॉजी की बात करी, हमारे विद्यार्थियों के आदान प्रदान की बात करी है। कल दिल्ली में मैं कई स्तरीय जो हमारे विश्वविद्यालयों और वैज्ञानिकों के बीच में जो एक बैठक होने जा रही है रश के अंतर्गत, उसमें मैं भाग लूंगा। मेरे ख्याल से पिछले कुछ साल में शायद हमारी जो व्यापार है या हमारे जो संबंध है वो बहुत तेज़ी से आगे नहीं बढ़ पाए, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि धीरे धीरे ये हमारे जो संबंध है बहुत तेज़ी से आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। और हम चाहते हैं, और हमने कई ऐसे क्षेत्रों को हमने जो है उनको हमने आइडेंटिफाई करा है कि उन क्षेत्रों को हमें तेज़ी लानी चाहिए, ताकि ये जो संबंध है और भी बेहतरीन और भी आगे जाएं। इसमें हम ट्रांजिट वीज़ा की भी हमने बात करी है जो फ्रांस में के लिए लेना पड़ता है, और हम इस पर अध्ययन करेंगे कि कैसे इसको हटाया जा सकता है। कल मैं एक फ्रेंच इंस्टीट्यूट में नए जो सांस्कृतिक मध्यस्थ हैं उनसे भी बातचीत करूंगा, कल्चरल मीडिएटर से बातचीत करूंगा, क्योंकि फ्रांस और भारत दो ऐसे देश हैं जिनको विश्व को बहुत कुछ देने के लिए है। आज जो हम गेटवे ऑफ इंडिया पे जिस तरीके से हम रोशनी करेंगे, और जहाँ वहाँ पे जो हमने कार्यक्रम का आयोजन किया है वो भी इसी के वो भी दर्शाता है कि कितना हमारे देशों के बीच में संबंध जो है वो नज़दीकी है। और हम इस जो एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री, क्रिएटिव इंडस्ट्री में भी हमने ये कहा है कि हमें को प्रोडक्शन करने चाहिए, और ये एक हमने एक महत्वाकांक्षा नया उद्देश्य अपनी क्रिएटिव इंडस्ट्रीज को दिया है, क्योंकि हमारी जो सोच है वो बिल्कुल एक जैसी है चाहे वो सोच भारत के लिए हो या पूरे क्षेत्र के लिए हो या हिंद प्रशांत क्षेत्र के लिए हो, चाहे वो व्यापार के लिए क्यों ना हो, हमारी सोच जो है वो उसमें बहुत तालमेल है। हम पूरी तरह से खुले और व्यापार पर विश्वास करते हैं, इसीलिए यूरोपियन यूनियन और भारत के बीच में जो FTA हुआ है उसका हम स्वागत करते हैं और इसमें हम चाहेंगे कि वो जल्द से जल्द आगे बढ़े। और हमारी सोच जो है वो बहुपक्षवाद पर भी पूरी तरह से तालमेल रखती है। कल मैं आपके साथ होऊंगा और पिछले साल प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी फ्रांस में थे। हम पूरी तरह से वैश्विक प्रतिस्पर्धा में एक साथ मिलकर आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं और मुझे लगता है कि हम ऐसे मॉडल दुनिया को दे सकते हैं कैसे एक दूसरे के साथ काम किया जाता है। और इस संबंध में मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि हम दोनों चाहते हैं कि हम ऐसे आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का निर्माण हो जो एक दूसरे का सम्मान करे, जो लोगों का सम्मान करे, जो भूपक्षवाद का सम्मान करे और जो अलग अलग भाषाएं हैं उनका सम्मान करे, क्योंकि हमारा विश्व जो है वो विविध है, उसमें बड़ी अलग अलग तरह के लोग, अलग अलग चीजें होती हैं, लोगों की संस्कृति अलग है और हम चाहेंगे कि जो एल्गोरिदम्स हों वो पारदर्शी हों, वो ट्रांसपेरेंट हो, खुले हों। और ये भूपक्षवाद एक ऐसा भूपक्षवाद है जिसका हम इस्तेमाल बड़े बड़े जो संघर्ष है विश्व में उसका समाधान करने में भी इस्तेमाल करना चाहते हैं, जो पूरी तरह से संयुक्त राष्ट्र चार्टर के अनुरूप हो। हम चाहते हैं कि हम अपने जो प्रयास है वो एक साथ लाकर कि जो यूक्रेन में जो लोगों के ऊपर या सिविल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है उन पर जो हमले हो रहे हैं उनके लिए मिलकर हम काम करें ताकि उनको रोका जा सके। और हम चाहते हैं कि हम आतंकवाद के खिलाफ भी अपनी लड़ाई को बनाए रखें और हम सभी जो आतंकवादी समूह हैं उनको हम नकारते हैं। और इस साल, इस 2026 की अगर हम बात करें तो ये जो वर्ष है ये हमारे संबंधों में और तेजी लाने वाला संबंध है। आप ब्रिक्स की अध्यक्षता कर रहे हैं, हम फ्रांस जो है वो G7 की अध्यक्षता कर रहा है और इसीलिए मैंने इसी संदर्भ में प्रधानमंत्री मोदी को G7 शिखर सम्मेलन में आमंत्रित किया है। और इसी भावना को ध्यान में रखते हुए हम इस G7 के समिट से पहले हम कुछ बैठकें करना चाहते हैं जो अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मुद्दों पर होगा, और जो हमारे G7 के जो उद्देश्य है, एजेंडा है, वो असमानताओं को कम करने का होगा ताकि हम मिलकर एक द्विपक्षीय बैठकें कर भी इस शिखर सम्मेलन से पहले, तो ताकि हम अपने जो एक ऐसी बैठक भी उसके अंतर्गत करेंगे जिसमें भारत के जो युवा हैं और फ्रांस के युवा हैं, वैज्ञानिक हैं, भारत के वैज्ञानिक हैं और G7 देशों के जो युवा और वैज्ञानिक हैं वो मिलकर नवाचार में जो उन्होंने काम किया है उसको परिणाम हमारे सामने रखें। ये मैं कहूँगा वो बिल्कुल पूरी तरह से जो प्रधानमंत्री मोदी ने कहा है उसका पूरक है कि हम कैसे अपने संबंधों को बेहतरीन करना चाहते हैं, उसको में वृद्धि लाना चाहते हैं। हमारी जो साझेदारी है वो स्थिर है और वो पूरी तरह से सबके सामने है, जो लोगों के लिए है और जिसके परिणाम जो है वो बहुत बेहतरीन रह चुके हैं, लेकिन इसको हम और भी बढ़िया करना चाहते हैं। खासतौर पर चाहे व्यापार हो या कई ऐसे और क्षेत्र हो जिसमें मुझे लगता है कि हम मिलकर विश्व को बहुत कुछ दे सकते हैं। हम बड़े बड़े कनेक्टिविटी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हो या टेक्नोलॉजी हो, उसमें हम बहुत ठोस परिणाम इसमें ला सकते हैं। और इन बातों पर, इन चीज़ों पर हमने प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के साथ बातचीत भी करी है। और क्योंकि हम दोनों इस समय दो बड़े संगठनों की अध्यक्षता कर रहे हैं इस साल, तो हम इसमें भी हम तालमेल ला सकते हैं, हम अपनी सोच में कन्वर्जेंस ला सकते हैं। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the close of this session. Thank you for your presence.
The joint statement of Prime Minister Modi and Macron, some big statements that have been made by both sides, with the Prime Minister saying that this is a relationship, a partnership of the people, and highlighting the fact that this is not going to be a partnership in isolation. Some big announcements that have already been made by India with regards to launch of the H-125 chopper assembly line. French President Emmanuel Macron also essentially highlighting that the relationship between both the countries have only strengthened over a period of time.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 वर्ल्ड कप जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह खड़े होना चाहिए।
That's what he said 8 days back. Now he's changed his line 8 days later. Now he's saying that the government of Pakistan is now directing the Pakistan national team to play, to take the field on February 15 for the scheduled fixture against India in the T20 World Cup. Now viewers, my point is, let the Pakistanis do what the hell they want to do, who cares? But what is the BCCI doing? What is the ICC doing? What is Rajiv Shukla doing? What is this paid executive Sanjog Gupta doing? Why are we allowing Pakistan to do the U-turn? We should have never given them a long rope. We should have caught them and said, no, you said you're not playing, now you don't play. We should have embarrassed them. We should have made life hell for them. We should have reined in the Pakistanis. But no, you see in our country, some people are so desperate, like Rajiv Shukla, so desperate to play cricket with Pakistan. Why, Rajiv Shukla, do you want to play cricket with Pakistan? You have no history of cricket. But Rajiv Shukla says, we agree with the ICC. We cannot comment on what the ICC is doing. And then he says, BCCI has nothing to do with what Shehbaz Sharif is saying. Well, let me tell you, the ICC has given in to Pakistan. And I feel bad, this fellow, Sanjog Gupta, who is the ICC CEO, earlier was a TV executive. Central government or state governments, everyone needs to understand that development is not a statistic. They must not think that just because they pay a lot of money in subsidies, poor people will accept anything that is done to them. The government of Madhya Pradesh announced budgetary allocations a few days ago, and its largest allocation is healthcare. These are all women who have been sterilized in a 2-minute operation, lying on the ground. You know why? Because they are poor women. These are women from a tribal, economically vulnerable region, which doesn't matter enough for the administration to pay attention. Tribal culture, tribal tradition, tribal history is not something to be showcased in 1 lakh crores for the Ministry of Health. I'm asking you to join me, show me your support. We'll be taller and stronger if you raise your voice.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
Himanta Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the countries watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav Gogoi.
Yes.
Are you doing it? First question, let's have it out of the way. Are you doing this because you're facing a huge test in your political career with the Assam elections coming up, and he's the person Rahul Gandhi is putting up against you?
Arnab, you know Assam. Even I produce a picture of Asim Munir and Gaurav Gogoi. Congress is not going to lose a single vote because whomever the vote, the section of people who vote for Gaurav Gogoi or Rahul Gandhi in Assam, in any case they will vote only Congress. From that press conference, neither I will gain one vote, neither I will lose one vote.
But you have said some amazing things.
Yes.
You said that you think that Gaurav Gogoi visited Pakistan on an invitation from the ISI. You have said he has gone there for specific training, and some specific training was given to him in Pakistan.
Arnab,
these are national security allegations,
yes,
sir.
Yes. Arnab, today Gaurav Gogoi did a press conference. I do not know whether you know it or no. Do not know it. He has amplified my allegation. My allegation was that he got a visa for Lahore. Then next day when he arrived Lahore, Ministry of Interior Pakistan issued a letter that he can come to Karachi and Islamabad, but there was no visa for Rawalpindi. Today, in the press conference, he says that he went to Taxila, that is in Rawalpindi district.
थोड़े में ज़्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा। सबका राजा और मसाला।
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम।
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Good evening, viewers. You're watching 6 Stories at 6 and I am Rakshita Mishra with you. So one more case of hit and kill. One more case of misuse of money and power. One more case of an innocent losing his precious life. One more case of a parent fighting alone for justice. One more case of the system letting down. We bring you this case coming in from Delhi's Dwarka. 23-year-old is killed because a teen brat was speeding his car, all for making a reel, and he escapes the system as well. Story number 2 on 6 Stories at 6, viewers. Another case of civic apathy that claims a life. After NCR, an uncovered and unmarked pit in Kerala's Idukki led to the death of a 27-year-old. India is saying bonjour Macron. The French president and Indian prime minister hold talks in Mumbai. They release a joint statement from AI to trade to the much talked about defense deal. We tell you all that has been mentioned in this joint statement. Meanwhile, Imran Khan, the former prime minister of Pakistan, the only captain to have led Pakistan to a World Cup win, is tortured so bad in jail that he has lost 80% of his vision. 14 cricket veterans, former captains, have now written a letter to the Pakistani government. Nearly 203 kilograms of narcotics have been recovered in a joint operation by the Indian Coast Guard and the Gujarat ATS. 2 Iranian nationals have also been arrested. We'll tell you the details. And we also get you Tarique Rahman swearing in ceremony, what he said, and not to miss the statement by Yunus, the outgoing head of the government. He provokes on the 7 sisters again. Let's start with the case of the 23-year-old Sahil being killed. It's in the national capital that a 23-year-old is killed in a horrific crash in Dwarka. But it's not some accident, viewers. It's craze for reels, the rules that are bent, and the license given to minors, the system letting these criminals escape punishment, and then setting an example that in this country you can get away. And the cost of a human life is so cheap. The case, in this case, viewers, the accused is a 17-year-old who was driving the SUV without a license. The killer brat was shooting a reel. For a reel, he sped his car so fast that he killed innocent Sahil. And what's worse is that he gets bail from the Juvenile Justice Board. Why? Because he has to appear for his Class 10 board examination. The victim's mother, a single parent, is now pleading for justice. She said this was not just an accident, it is the result of reckless privilege. It is the system. Watch this report.
Yet another life crushed under reckless wheels. 23-year-old Sahil Dhanishra was killed in a devastating road crash in Dwarka on the 3rd of February. The SUV, allegedly driven by a 17-year-old minor without a license, rammed into Sahil's motorcycle. The impact was brutal. The autopsy report is chilling. Sahil died from severe blood loss and hemorrhagic shock. A catastrophic head injury damaged his brain. There were major injuries to his upper limbs, spleen and liver. All sustained before death, all consistent with a violent road accident. Republic TV spoke to the brother of the accused, and this is what he had to say.
इसके पास लाइसेंस नहीं था?
नहीं सर।
तो आपने इसको गाड़ी कैसे दी आपने उनको?
हम लोग सर आउट ऑफ सिटी थे और मॉर्निंग की बात थी, ऐसा हुआ, लेकिन हमारा प्रॉपर वीडियो मैं आपको शेयर करता हूँ, आप उसको देखिए कि एक तो वन वे में गाड़ी थी, हमारी गाड़ी स्ट्रेट जा रही, कोई सामने से आया गाड़ी में आगे घुस जाए सर।
नहीं एक मिनट आप उससे पहले you're talking about somebody else being in the wrong. आप पहले ये चीज बताइए कि how did your brother get the car? Your brother doesn't have a license. He's shooting reels here.
मैं वही तो बोल रहा हूँ कि कहाँ रील शूट किया, हमें तो आज तक दिखा नहीं कोई रील्स वगैरह उसका।
Police say the accused minor had no driving license. The vehicle itself had a troubling record. 9 overspeeding challans between November 2024 and March 2025.
Now this is the Scorpio, this is the same SUV, the Scorpio that the police is saying, which hit Sahil, 23-year-old Sahil. The front portion of the vehicle, as you can see, has sustained extensive damage. The bonnet is crumpled inward and folded upwards. Now it indicates a strong frontal impact. Just you can only imagine the speed at which this Scorpio was being driven. The left headlight assembly is completely shattered, and their internal mechanical components are completely visible of the car.
And yet, after being produced before the Juvenile Justice Board, the minor was granted interim bail to sit for his Class 10 board exams. For Sahil's mother, a single parent, that decision is devastating. In an exclusive conversation, Sahil's mother breaks down. She says granting bail is injustice.
जिस दिन सोसाइटी की खड़ी गाड़ियों में मारा था, उस दिन सोसाइटी वालों को समझ में नहीं आया कि कोई बच्चा भी मर सकता है। वो कैसे रह रहे यहाँ पे? उसके बाप को अंदर करो अभी अंदर करो। इतने दिनों से बाहर क्यों है वो खुला सांड बाहर कुछ भी कर रहा है बैठ के, सिस्टम से खिलवाड़ कर रहा है, सिस्टम को मरोड़ तरोड़ कर रहा है, इसलिए बाहर छोड़ा हुआ उसको। अंदर करो उसको। पब्लिक वांट टू सी हिम बिहाइंड बार्स। बाहर नहीं आना चाहिए। ये लॉ मैं एक्सेप्ट नहीं करती। 1 महीना 2 महीना 1 साल मैं एक्सेप्ट नहीं करती उसको भी पता चले, अपनी फैमिली से दूर होने का दर्द पता चलना चाहिए इनको।
A minor, no license, a vehicle with repeated speeding violations, and now a young man is dead. While the accused prepares for exams, his mother prepares for a lifetime without him. The question remains, will this be just another statistic on Delhi's roads?
And another life is now lost for an uncovered, unmarked pit. This is a case of sheer negligence coming to the fore from Kerala. In Idukki district of Kerala, 27-year-old man falls into an unbarricaded pit dug for a roadside culvert. He never came home. He was supposed to fly abroad the next morning. Today, as his family mourns, the bigger question grows louder. How many more deaths will it take for authorities across this country to act?
A deadly fall, a life cut short. 27-year-old Chase Benny was riding home near Muthalakoda in Thiruvananthapuram on Monday night when his bike plunged into an open pit dug for culvert construction. No barricades, no warning signs. Chase, who had been working in Malta, was scheduled to return the next morning. Instead, he was rushed to a private hospital where the doctors declared him dead. Anger is mounting because this is not an isolated tragedy. It was just yesterday that in Noida, a 4-year-old boy drowned in an open temple pond. And just days earlier, again in Noida, tech professional Yuvraj Mehta lost his life when his car plunged into a water-filled pit. Then it was a 25-year-old Kamal Dhyani who died after falling into a 15-foot deep pit dug by the Delhi Jal Board on Joginder Singh Marg. And in Rohini's Sector 32, 32-year-old labourer Birju Kumar fell into an uncovered manhole, never to return home. Open pits, uncovered drains. From Kerala to the national capital, the pattern is chilling and the questions are only mounting. Who is responsible and how many more must pay the price?
French President Emmanuel Macron's visit to India is more than a diplomatic optic. From defense to artificial intelligence and climate technologies, the agenda is ambitious and strategic. But the headline moment could be the massive or potential Rafale fighter jet deal, move that may significantly boost India's defense capabilities. Both the leaders have just met in Mumbai's Lok Bhavan a while back. A joint statement has been issued by the two leaders. Here's more.
Bienvenue à Mumbai were the words of Fadnavis while welcoming the French President Macron. This afternoon, PM Modi held bilateral talks at the Lok Bhavan. The agenda: to review cooperation across defense, space, nuclear energy, education, and climate technologies. The leaders also jointly inaugurated the India-France Year of Innovation 2026.
भारत और फ्रांस के संबंध बहुत ही विशेष है। फ्रांस भारत के सबसे पुराने स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनर्स में से एक है और प्रेसिडेंट मैक्रो के साथ मिलकर हमने इस स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप को अभूतपूर्व गहराई और ऊर्जा दी है।
The leaders also exchanged views on regional and global issues with the backdrop of cooperation in air and maritime domains.
जो हेलीकॉप्टर्स के लिए जो फाइनल असेंबली लाइन जो टाटा एडवांस्ड कंपनी जो है वो मिलकर भारत फ्रांस के साथ कर रही है, या फिर जो फिफ्थ जनरेशन के का जो फाइटर जेट्स हैं उनके लिए जो इंजन्स हैं उनकी नई सोच, उनके लिए ऐसे कई जो क्षेत्र है जहाँ पर हम मिलकर भारत के साथ काम कर रहे हैं, जहाँ पर हम टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफर में विश्वास करते हैं और जैसा कि आपने चाहा है हमने वैसा ही करने का प्रयास किया है। और हम दोनों ही जो है जो रणनीतिक स्वायत्ता है उसमें विश्वास करते हैं।
Macron also paid tribute to the people who lost their lives to the infamous 26/11 attack. The visit comes amid plans to deepen cooperation in artificial intelligence and emerging technologies. But all eyes are on the mother of all fighter jet deals, the Rafale deal. India is watching closely as President Macron flies in to sign the most awaited defense deal. From innovation to Indo-Pacific security, the visit signals that Paris and New Delhi are thinking long-term and thinking big. But beyond symbolism and ceremony, the Rafale deal could redefine India's air power and cement France as a key strategic partner.
14 former cricketers, legends of the game, have come out in support of jailed former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan. The 14 ex-captains, including Sunil Gavaskar and Kapil Dev of India, have signed a petition urging the Pakistani government and Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif for medical care for the 73-year-old. The former captains have showed their concerns with the incarceration conditions that Imran Khan is living in, saying that Imran Khan deserves to be treated with dignity. Here's more.
Imran Khan, former Prime Minister of Pakistan, is in jail since August 2023. Since then, many reports suggest Imran Khan's mistreatment in jail and the jail conditions itself. Hot and humid room with insects, mosquitoes, Imran Khan suffering from food poisoning 2 to 3 times. In the latest, a blood clot in his right eye, causing severe damage, him losing 85% of vision in the right eye. Protests have taken place in Pakistan, but now the voices are growing louder. A total of 14 former international cricketing stars coming in support of Imran Khan, appealing the Pakistan government and Shehbaz Sharif to provide immediate and adequate medical attention to the former Prime Minister. It urges authorities for humane and dignified conditions during Imran Khan's detention in line with international standards. Requesting the Pakistani government to allow regular visits by close family members. Not just health, but the petition also urges fair and transparent access to legal processes. The petition says our shared history on the field reminds us that rivalry ends when the stumps are drawn and respect endures. The letter says Imran Khan remains one of the finest all-rounders and captains the sport has ever seen, earning respect from players, fans and administrators alike. Signatories of the letter include cricketing stars including Padam Bhushan Sunil Gavaskar and Kapil Dev, Michael Atherton, Alan Border and others.
The Indian Coast Guard and Gujarat Anti-Terrorist Squad have made a significant drug bust, seizing over 200 kilograms of suspected narcotics from a foreign speedboat near the international maritime boundary line. Acting on precise intelligence, the Coast Guard intercepted the vessel, finding 2 suspected Iranian nationals on board. Here are details.
In an overnight seizure in the high seas, the Indian Coast Guard and Gujarat Anti-Terrorist Squad thwarted a major drug smuggling attempt. This by seizing over 200 kilograms of a crystalline substance suspected to be narcotics.
कोस्ट गार्ड ने तुरंत इसके ऊपर कार्रवाई करना चालू की। एक शिप जिसके अंदर की एटीएस की भी टीम थी और इन लोगों ने उस पर्टिकुलर जो इन्फॉर्मेशन वाली लोकेशन है वहाँ की तरफ रुक किया। लंबी सर्च वगैरह के बाद में वहाँ पे एक छोटी स्पीड बोट नजर आई, जिसको अंधेरा होने के बावजूद जब कोस्ट गार्ड ने चेस किया तो ये बोट थोड़ी आगे भाग रही थी। फिर भी कोस्ट गार्ड के शिप ने इसको पकड़ा। पकड़ने के बाद में जब इसकी चेकिंग की गई तो इसके अंदर पहले तो 2 लोग थे। ये अब्दुल मजीद सन ऑफ इस्माइल, रहने वाला चाबार कोनार ईरान का है। दूसरा अब्दुल सत्तार सन ऑफ कादर बख्श जो भी चाबार कोनार ईरान का रहने वाला है। ये दोनों की जब चेकिंग की गई तो इस छोटी सी स्पीड बोट के अंदर लगभग 203 पैकेट्स मिले हैं। इन 203 पैकेट्स के अंदर वाइट कलर का शंकास्पद केमिकल है। ये जो बोट है कोस्ट गार्ड की बोट है और जो पकड़ी गई बोट है, इनको सबको अभी पोरबंदर पे लाया गया है। इसका आगे एफएसएल से चेकिंग करवाने की कामगिरी चालू है।
Acting on precise intelligence from Gujarat ATS, an Indian Coast Guard ship from the northwest region, already on multi-mission patrol, was diverted to intercept a suspicious foreign speedboat near the notional international maritime boundary line.
In a major anti-smuggling operation jointly by Gujarat Anti-Terrorism Squad and Indian Coast Guard, an Iranian boat was intercepted within the limits of Indian waters near the international maritime border, to be very precise, 140 nautical miles away from the Porbandar port. Let me tell you, around 203 kgs of suspected narcotics related chemical was seized from this boat, and 2 residents from Iran, namely Abdul Mazid and Abdul Sattar, were also on board. They are now detained by the Gujarat ATS and brought to the coast station of Porbandar, wherein further Forensic Science Laboratory, that is FSL, have initiated further investigation of the seized substance. On the tip of senior ATS official around 15 to 16 February, that got to know that Iranian drug dealer, smuggler Haji Fida had sent in consignment from.
On boarding, officers found 2 crew members of foreign nationality. A thorough search uncovered 203 packets, each containing 1 kilogram of a crystalline substance hidden cleverly inside the boat, totaling 203 kilograms of suspected drugs. The apprehended boat and suspects were escorted to Porbandar port for detailed investigation and chemical analysis.
And Bangladesh now stands at a defining crossroad. After years in political exile, Tarique Rahman has returned to politics, and now he has taken over as the Prime Minister. Following a sweeping mandate in the parliamentary elections, Rahman and all newly elected BNP MPs took oath at the National Parliament in Dhaka. It marks the end of the interim administration led by Muhammad Yunus and the beginning of what could be Bangladesh's most consequential political chapter in decades. We bring you what Tarique Rahman said as he takes oath as the first male Prime Minister of Bangladesh in 30 years, and also what the outgoing leader Yunus has to say.
A historic afternoon at the South Plaza of the Jatiya Sangsad. Tarique Rahman took oath as Bangladesh's Prime Minister. The BNP's landslide victory on 12th of February has reshaped the nation's political landscape. It is the formal end of nearly 2 decades of political exile for the BNP. Rahman becomes Bangladesh's first male Prime Minister in over 30 years. He inherits a nation still healing from the 2024 student-led uprising. India has responded with a visible diplomatic presence. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla attended the ceremony, accompanied by Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri and Lok Sabha Secretary General Utpal Kumar Singh. Meanwhile, Yunus once again raked up India's 7 sisters in his last address to the nation ahead of a new government formation.
খোলা সমুদ্র কেবল ভৌগোলিক সীমারেখা নয়, এটি বাংলাদেশের জন্য বিশ্ব অর্থনীতির সঙ্গে যুক্ত হওয়ার উন্মুক্ত দরজা। নেপাল, ভুটান ও 7 সিস্টার্সকে নিয়ে এই অঞ্চলে অর্থনৈতিক সমৃদ্ধির বিশাল সম্ভাবনা রয়েছে। অর্থনৈতিক অঞ্চল, বাণিজ্যিক চুক্তি ও শুল্কমুক্ত বাজারে প্রবেশের সুযোগের মধ্য দিয়ে এই অঞ্চলে একটি বৈশ্বিক উৎপাদন কেন্দ্র হিসেবে গড়ে ওঠার শক্তিশালী ভিত্তি প্রতিষ্ঠিত হবে।
From exile to executive power, Tarique Rahman now carries the weight of a nation's expectations.
And with that, as a wrap on this edition of 6 Stories at 6. We'll be right back with live and breaking at 6:30 p.m. Thanks for watching.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बा वाओ मम्मा क्या स्वाद है अरे मेरे राजा राजा और मसाला
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया सफेद चने या काले चने सब कुछ मजेदार बने
MDH की देगी मिर्च
देगी मिर्च का तड़का अंग अंग फड़का
MDH की देगी मिर्च
Himanto Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the country has watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav Gogoi.
Yes.
Are you doing it? First question, let's have it out of the way. Are you doing this because you're facing a huge test in your political career with the Assam elections coming up, and he's the person Rahul Gandhi is putting up against you?
Arnab, you know Assam. Even I produce a picture of Asim Munir and Gaurav Gogoi. Congress is not going to lose any.
Amity has one of India's most advanced supercomputing facilities for AI research and teaching. Equipped with world-class facilities, the center drives interdisciplinary research and industry-academia collaboration, preparing students for disruptive AI technologies. Committed to India's global tech leap, Amity is proud to be the knowledge partner at India AI Impact Summit.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, एवरीडे।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मम्मा क्या स्वाद है अरे मेरे राजा राजा और प्योर मसाला।
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much then we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 World Cup जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह खड़े होना चाहिए।
That's what he said 8 days back. Now he's changed his line 8 days later. Now he's saying that the government of Pakistan is now directing the Pakistan national team to play, to take the field on February 15 for the scheduled fixture against India in the T20 World Cup. Now viewers, my point is, let the Pakistanis do what the hell they want to do, who cares? But what is the BCCI doing? What is the ICC doing? What is Rajiv Shukla doing? What is this paid executive Sanjog Gupta doing? Why are we allowing Pakistan to do the U-turn? We should have never given them a long rope. We should have caught them and said, no, you said you're not playing, now you don't play. We should have embarrassed them. We should have made life hell for them. We should have reined in the Pakistanis. But no, you see in our country, some people are so desperate, like Rajiv Shukla, so desperate to play cricket with Pakistan. Why, Rajiv Shukla, do you want to play cricket with Pakistan? You have no history of cricket. But Rajiv Shukla says, we agree with the ICC. We cannot comment on what the ICC is doing. And then he says, ICC, BCCI has nothing to do with what Shehbaz Sharif is saying. Well, let me tell you, the ICC has given in to Pakistan. And I feel bad. This fellow, Sanjog Gupta, who is the ICC CEO, earlier was a TV executive, ladies and gentlemen, in the same company. Now, this man, Sanjog Gupta, puts out a statement trying to placate Pakistan, trying to placate Bangladesh. And now they are sitting on the negotiating table with Pakistan. They didn't put any fine on Pakistan for
An entire lobby wanted to stall this project, 80,000 crore worth car Nicobar project, which has finally been given the green signal by the NGT. Tonight on This Is Exclusive, we do a deep dive and tell you why this is of strategic importance.
Amity has one of India's most advanced supercomputing facilities for AI research and teaching. Equipped with world-class facilities, the center drives interdisciplinary research and industry-academia collaboration, preparing students for disruptive AI technologies. Committed to India's global tech leap, Amity is proud to be the knowledge partner at India AI Impact Summit.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला
मेरी चिमनी टूट जाएगी व्हाट आर यू डूइंग
रानी इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा रुंगटा स्टील टीएमटी से बना
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील टीएमटी बार एकदम सॉलिड। दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जलजीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जलजीरा सिप MDH का जलजीरा सिप।
Himanta Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the country has watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav Gogoi.
Yes.
Are you doing it? First question, let's have it out of the way. Are you doing this because you're facing a huge test in your political career with the Assam elections coming up, and he's the person Rahul Gandhi is putting up against you?
Arnab, you know Assam. Even I produce a picture of Asim Munir and Gaurav Gogoi. Congress is not going to lose a single vote because whomever the vote, the section of people who vote for Gaurav Gogoi or Rahul Gandhi in Assam, in any case they will vote only Congress. From that press conference, neither I will gain one vote, neither I will lose one vote.
But you have said some amazing...
India-France issue joint statement after delegation level talks launch H-125 chopper assembly line in Karnataka. After Indore water contamination cases reported in Haryana's Palwal, over 22 apparently killed. Major churn in Assam Congress ahead of elections. Leaders from Congress and AIUDF set to join Assam Gun Parishad. Republic accesses birth certificate of a Dwarka killer driver, shows he's 17 years old. Sunil Gavaskar, Kapil Dev among 14 legends write to Pakistan government urge immediate medical care for Imran Khan. All right, we are beginning this 6:30 p.m. live and breaking with the breaking news development coming in. Prime Minister Modi's another interview, text interview to agency ANI, in which he has said India's AI models will be deployed globally. He has also said that India should become a sovereign AI power and be looking at coming in top 3 AI superpowers globally. Okay, that's Prime Minister's interview ahead of the AI summit. In fact, Ishita is joining us live from Bharat Mandapam. Okay, let's go to Ishita live from Bharat Mandapam. And Ishita, Prime Minister there in an interview has said that we have vision to see India among the top 3 global superpowers. When it comes to AI, he has also called artificial intelligence a technology which brings humanity at a civilizational inflection point. You are there at Bharat Mandapam, which is seeing the AI Global Summit for the first time being held in Global South for the first time in India. Are you getting a sense that Prime Minister's priorities are getting reflected on the ground?
Of course, Abhishek, as Prime Minister has laid his vision when it comes to India and AI, and he sees that India become one of the top 3 superpowers. I'm seeing all that around being reflected in the actions here as well. We are present at the expo right now. We're looking at AI in action. And when Prime Minister says that when world stares at the AI revolution, he does not want India to be at the periphery. He wants India to be at the center, not just as a consumer of AI, but as a developer of it. And I'm looking at a lot of startups, they have exhibits here, and they have put up their product, how they can contribute in the world of AI, and also not neglecting the fact that we have NGOs as well, government departments here, where their vision aligns with what Prime Minister has said. Prime Minister says that AI versus human debate is not something that he wants to take forward. Rather, it's AI with humans, and we're looking at AI being leveraged, AI being used for the development of people, for the people from the grassroots. So that vision of Prime Minister being realized. In fact, right here, Prime Minister says that there are 3 pillars. He talks about inclusivity, sovereignty and innovation. Now, when we talk about sovereignty in the sector of AI, we have to have our own data sets, own models and own computes. And there are a lot of startups who have come here who are essentially building up infrastructure in India, retaining India's data, of course, which is the currency now, and also building their own computes. Computes is something that's very expensive in the world of AI, but government has been supporting these small startups as well with that, and we spoke to some of them, and they help us realize that how under India's AI big mission, government has been funding these computes for these startups, which helps them to build infrastructure and further
tech capital, which is also one of the key innovation hubs in India. With a vision, personal commitment and nurturing by our 2 leaders, the long-standing strategic partnership between the 2 nations has been growing vibrantly. The roadmap for cooperation till the year 2047 laid down by the 2 leaders has the central focus on technology and innovation. The India-France Year of Innovation 2026 is a significant milestone in this roadmap. Excellencies, earlier during the day, we have had extremely interactive and meaningful discussions in 4 panels. Experts from the India and French sides discussed research and development avenues and strategic partnerships in the areas of aerospace and defense, creative and cultural industries, renewable energy and sustainable supply chains, research translation and venture creation. We have 2 short videos. The first one will provide a glimpse of what is happening as part of the collaborative efforts and a peep into the year that is lying ahead of us. I'll request the video to be played.
Built on mutual trust, strategic autonomy and shared democratic values, the partnership between India and France stands among the strongest bilateral relationships today. Resilient amid global shifts, it continues to expand across defense, space, civil nuclear energy, and advanced technologies, reflecting deep mutual confidence. 6 decades of space collaboration include joint missions, satellite programs, and human spaceflight. Across strategic sectors, cooperation emphasizes co-development, co-production, joint design, cutting-edge technological collaboration, and resilient supply chains. Startups, researchers, and industry leaders are advancing partnerships in emerging technologies, advanced manufacturing, digital innovation, clean energy, and deep tech, creating high-value outcomes in investment, industrial growth, skilled employment, and frontier research. The India-France Year of Innovation 2026 will further strengthen this strategic alignment and shared prosperity. During the year, events will be held in cities across India and France. These events will be focused on science, technology, and innovation, and will bring together startups, academia, creators. Guided by the Horizon 2047 roadmap, these will promote industrial collaboration and strengthen people-to-people connect for the two great nations.
The second video is on the new India-France Innovation Network, which is also being launched as we play the video. I'll request the video to be played.
Innovation takes center stage. When two nations unite, technology has no boundaries. India and France partner to create a world of innovation. Presenting the Indo-French Innovation Network, a digital platform, government-backed and industry-led. Built by innovators for innovators across both nations. The go-to destination to discover and publish innovation opportunities, challenges and calls for solutions. Find verified experts, startups, corporates and research institutions across sectors. Access market insights, success stories and a knowledge hub to spark new ideas. Follow the latest programs, events and bilateral innovation news. Powered by AI with Smart Search, a virtual assistant and personalized.
Himanta Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the countries watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav Gogoi.
Yes.
Are you doing it? First question, let's have it out of the way. Are you doing this because you're facing a huge test in your political career with the Assam elections coming up, and he's the person Rahul Gandhi is putting up against you?
Arnab, you know Assam. Even I produce a picture of Asim Munir and Gaurav Gogoi. Congress is not going to lose a single vote because whomever the vote, the section of people who vote for Gaurav Gogoi or Rahul Gandhi in Assam, in any case they will vote only Congress. From that press conference, neither I will gain one vote, neither I will lose one vote.
But you have said some amazing things.
Yes.
You said that you think that Gaurav Gogoi visited Pakistan on an invitation from the ISI. You have said he has gone there for specific training, and some specific training was given to him in Pakistan.
Arnab,
these are national security allegations,
yes,
sir.
Yes. Arnab, today Gaurav Gogoi did a press conference. I do not know whether you know it or no, do not know it. He has amplified my allegation. My allegation was that he got a visa for Lahore Then next day when he arrived Lahore, Ministry of Interior Pakistan issued a letter that he can come to Karachi and Islamabad, but there was no visa for Rawalpindi. Today, in the press conference, he says that he went to Taxila, that is in Rawalpindi district, that is the headquarters of Pakistan Army, and there is no visa for visiting Rawalpindi. Now, India and Pakistan visa regime is such that it has to be city-centric. Today we put a question to Mr. Gaurav Gogoi that how can you visit the most secured place in Pakistan, that is called Rawalpindi, without a valid visa for that city. So if you Google, you will get immediate answer that an Indian citizen cannot go to Rawalpindi district of Punjab province without a valid visa. We have examined Gaurav Gogoi's visa.
But he says, I went to visit my wife. He says, I went to Pakistan to visit my wife.
Today he did a press conference and he admitted that his wife was at that point of time not doing job in Pakistan. He said in the press conference in Assam today that me and my wife went to Pakistan for the reason of nostalgia. Both of us went to see the park where my wife used to play. We went to Pakistan to see where my wife used to do daily marketing. I went to Pakistan to see where my wife office was. So today his answer was all these things. He today admitted that his wife was not in job at that point of time and he went to Pakistan. You can imagine, this is the answer of the deputy leader of the Congress party in parliament. I went Pakistan to see where my wife used to do marketing when she was in Pakistan. So
no, but what is the training you were saying? You said he got training. Are you merely speculating?
No.
Are you merely speculating here that he went through some training? Are you saying India's deputy leader of opposition got training in Pakistan from whom?
Arnab, why I said that, I'll tell you. Yesterday I challenged Gaurav Gogoi that at least now inform
on countless joint projects. In the field of defense, France is a steadfast partner of Make in India. Our high-level cooperation allows us to develop next-generation engines, multi-role helicopters, advanced combat aircraft, submarines, etc., etc. And I want to thank you warmly for the extraordinary confidence you've placed in this partnership. And this is not just a defense contract, on a series of defense contracts. We speak about what a sovereign alliance is. Two great nations choosing each other on land, at sea, and in the sky, not by default, but by conviction. And our cooperation is also crucial in the space sector. The development of the Trishna satellite shows what we can achieve when scientific excellence and industrial expertise are brought together. Thanks to this innovation, we will be able to better monitor and understand climate change. And we do want to do much more in these sectors, defense, space, because especially space is a great sector in order to better understand our planet, to better monitor, obviously, communications, our defense activities and our sovereignty, but a better understanding of climate change. And I want to compliment here our scientists, labs and so on, working closely together in these sectors, especially when some others are withdrawing their efforts. Addressing climate change also means transforming the way we produce energy. France is supporting India's ambition to expand its access to decarbonized energy. through large power reactors as well as small modular reactors. This year, we will develop a series of very important projects in this field. We launched 8 years ago together the Solar Alliance initiative, working very well, by the way. We have a lot of civilian nuclear initiatives here in the country. We will develop this year, Airbus will develop a demonstrator for the production of sustainable aviation fuel, helping to accelerate the decarbonization of air transport in India. And I could mention a series of different initiatives like this one to illustrate the strengths and the depths of this partnership. Our partnership is also guided by a shared conviction that innovation is not just about major technological breakthrough, but also about the common good, about improving everyday life, about making it healthier and safer. This is the ambition behind initiatives such as the Farm to Plate project, led by the French Institute in Pondichéry with the Villavet Group. It will make it possible to track agricultural products at every stage and ensure their quality and protect consumers. And let me also emphasize that innovation requires investing in the education and training of our people, if I mention common good. The launch of the Franco-Indian campus for aeronautics is a beautiful opportunity for our countries to develop unique expertise. But this is based as well on a very strong partnership on education and research. And as we celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Indo-French Center for the Promotion of Advanced Research, I believe we also have a valuable opportunity to deepen our scientific and academic ties, which we will certainly discuss tomorrow in Delhi. In Delhi, I will also meet artists and entrepreneurs to discuss another key aspect of our cooperation, which brings our countries closer: culture. French and Indian professionals are already working together to imagine new experiences for the future National Museum in Delhi and the Local Maritime Complex in Gujarat. And through Villa Swagatam, and soon our partnership with the Serendipity Foundation to the Arts, we will create new opportunities for artists to connect and create. I spend time with musicians, actors, producers today. I will spend time tomorrow with key players of our cultural links. And I can tell you that we have a series of unique opportunities to create value together, but to convey as well our stories to the rest of the world and advocate for a certain vision of this world based on cooperation and mutual respect. Across all the sectors I mentioned, from defense to space, from health to culture, artificial intelligence plays a central role, enabling us to push the boundaries of innovation. AI holds the promise of improving pandemic prediction, transforming agriculture, opening new possibilities for artistic creations. In a few moments, an AI-generated work will be projected into the Gateway of India as part of a production by the Grand Palais Immersif, a leading French institution in digital content and innovative immersive experiences. And this is just one of the many examples of AI's potential, a potential that France and India are determined to explore, but not without safeguards, not without carefully considering its consequences, to respect artists, to respect our children and teenagers, and to protect our democracies. This is a path we are striving to create together, an AI that is powerful, profitable, but also safe, inclusive, secure, and democratic. With this ambition, dear Narendra, we co-chaired the AI Action Summit in Paris last year and established a framework for our bilateral cooperation in these technologies, the Indo-French roadmap for AI. And I'm confident that the AI Impact Summit, in which I will be taking part in 2 days' time, will allow us to continue moving forward together toward a better use of artificial intelligence. Let me conclude by here sharing 3 ambitions for 2026. First, to better connect our ecosystems in order to make life easier for researchers, entrepreneurs, students, investors.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, healthy every day.
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 वर्ल्ड कप जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह खड़े होना चाहिए।
That's what he said 8 days back. Now he's changed his line 8 days later. Now he's saying that the government of Pakistan is now directing the Pakistan national team to play, to take the field on February 15 for the scheduled fixture against India in the T20 World Cup. Now viewers, my point is, let the Pakistanis do what the hell they want to do, who cares? But what is the BCCI doing? What is the ICC doing? What is Rajiv Shukla doing? What is this paid executive Sanjog Gupta doing? Why are we allowing Pakistan to do the U-turn? We should have never given them a long rope. We should have caught them and said, no, you said you're not playing, now you don't play. We should have embarrassed them. We should have made life hell for them. We should have reined in the Pakistanis. But no, you see in our country, some people are so desperate, like Rajiv Shukla, so desperate to play cricket with Pakistan. Why, Rajiv Shukla, do you want to play cricket with Pakistan? You have no history of cricket. But Rajiv Shukla says, we agree with the ICC. We cannot comment on what the ICC is doing. And then he says, BCCI has nothing to do with what Shehbaz Sharif is saying. Well, let me tell you, the ICC has given in to Pakistan. And I feel bad, this fellow, Sanjog Gupta, who is the ICC CEO, earlier was a TV executive, ladies and gentlemen, in the same company. Now, this man, Sanjog Gupta, puts out a statement trying to placate Pakistan, trying to placate Bangladesh. And now they are sitting on the negotiating table with Pakistan. They didn't put any fine on Pakistan for all its tantrums. They gave in. This man, Sanjog Gupta, a simple paid executive, he has given in to the demand of hosting further matches in Bangladesh. So he's compromised India, directly or indirectly, and I'm saying, who the hell is he to do that? Who allowed him to do that? Even the demand that Bangladesh must receive its full ICC revenue share has been agreed to, even when Bangladesh did not play the game. So Bangladesh used Pakistan as a linchpin to pressurize India, and a paid executive called Sanjog Gupta agreed on India's behalf. And why am I saying India? Because ICC is controlled by BCCI, there's no difference.
इनोवेशन के साथ साथ ट्रस्ट का और शेयर्ड वैल्यूज का है। इसी सोच के साथ राष्ट्रपति मैक्रो और मैंने वर्ष 2026 को इंडिया फ्रांस ईयर ऑफ इनोवेशन के रूप में सेलिब्रेट करने का निर्णय किया है। ये एक सेलिब्रेशन ही नहीं, ये हमारा साझा कमिटमेंट भी है। कमिटमेंट टू इनोवेट, कमिटमेंट टू लीड। फ्रेंड्स, भारत और फ्रांस ने अनेक स्ट्रेटेजिक टेक्नोलॉजी सेक्टर्स में मिलकर काम किया है। इससे हमारा जो आपसी भरोसा मजबूत हुआ है, उसने हमारे रिश्तों को स्पेशल ग्लोबल स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप के अहम पड़ाव तक पहुंचाया है। आने वाले समय में हर सेक्टर में हमारी कलेक्टिव क्रिएटिविटी पूरे विश्व का बेहतर भविष्य सुनिश्चित करेगी। फ्रेंड, भारत अपनी हजारों वर्षों की यात्रा में मैथ्स, मेडिसिन, मेटलर्जी और आर्किटेक्चर जैसे अनेक क्षेत्रों में मानव कल्याण के लिए इनोवेट करता रहा है और अब 21वीं सदी में भी भारत के युवा इनोवेट फॉर ग्लोबल गुड की उस यात्रा पर तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। आप देखिए, भारत के वाइब्रेंट स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम से लेकर के हमारी वर्ल्ड क्लास रिसर्च लैब्स तक एक नया कैन डू ऑप्टिमिज्म उभर रहा है। स्टार्टअप इंडिया प्रोग्राम से एक दशक में ही भारत दुनिया का तीसरा सबसे बड़ा स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम बन चुका है। 2014 में भारत में जहां सिर्फ 4 यूनिकॉर्न थे, आज भारत में 120 से अधिक यूनिकॉर्न्स हैं। इनकी टोटल वैल्यू $350 बिलियन से अधिक या लगभग 300 बिलियन यूरो है। आज दुनिया की करीब करीब हर बड़ी टेक्नोलॉजी कंपनी भारत के स्टार्टअप, भारत के इनोवेशन से किसी न किसी रूप में जुड़ी हुई है। फ्रेंड, बीते एक दशक में हमने स्कूलों से लेकर इंडस्ट्रीज तक इनोवेशन के लिए एक कंड्यूसिव इकोसिस्टम तैयार किया है। स्कूलों में अटल टिंकरिंग लैब से लेकर मेंटरशिप, स्कॉलरशिप और स्टार्टअप कैपिटल तक आज एक सशक्त नेटवर्क मौजूद है। आज भारत दुनिया के सबसे बड़े हैकाथॉन इकोसिस्टम्स में से एक है। यहां प्राइवेट सेक्टर की रिसर्च इनोवेशन स्कीम के जरिए सीधा सपोर्ट मिल रहा है। स्टार्टअप इंडिया 2.0 से डीप टेक इनोवेशन के लिए कैपिटल मोबिलाइजेशन किया जा रहा है। फ्रेंड, हमारा अटल इनोवेशन मिशन आने वाली 24 फरवरी को एक दशक पूरा करेगा और इतने ही समय में ये दुनिया के सबसे बड़े ग्रासरूट्स इनोवेशन मिशन में से एक बन चुका है। हमारी 10,000 से ज्यादा टिंकरिंग लैब्स आज 1 करोड़ से ज्यादा स्टूडेंट इनोवेटर्स के साथ काम कर रही है। इस मिशन से 100 से ज्यादा इंक्यूबेटर्स और कई डीप टेक स्टार्टअप्स भी उसके साथ जुड़े हुए हैं। मैं आज यहां मौजूद सभी इंडस्ट्री कैप्टन से भी विशेष आग्रह करूंगा कि आप अटल इनोवेशन मिशन के साथ जरूर जुड़े। फ्रेंड्स, विकसित भारत की यात्रा को इनोवेशन का इंजन चाहिए। इसलिए इस वर्ष के बजट में भी हमने इनोवेशन इकोसिस्टम को मजबूत करने पर बल दिया है। कंटेंट क्रिएशन को मजबूती देने के लिए 15,000 स्कूलों और 500 कॉलेज में कंटेंट क्रिएटर लैब बनाई जाएगी। एआई, क्वांटम, बायोटेक, सेमीकंडक्टर और क्लीन एनर्जी में हम मिशन मोड पर काम कर रहे हैं। इसके साथ साथ हम टेक्सटाइल्स, केमिकल्स, स्पोर्ट्स गुड्स, प्रिसीजन टूल्स, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, हर सेक्टर में इनोवेशन को प्रमोट करेंगे। फ्रेंड्स, हमें बहुत गर्व है कि भारत विमेन लेड रिसर्च और इनोवेशन का उज्जवल उदाहरण बन रहा है। आज लगभग 50% स्टार्टअप्स में कम से कम एक विमेन डायरेक्टर है। एक बहुत बड़ी संख्या में छात्राएं स्टेम ग्रेजुएट्स बन रही हैं। कृषि, स्वास्थ्य या फिर स्पेस मिशंस, वीमेन आर लीडिंग एवरीवेयर। फ्रेंड्स, भारत के इस स्पीड और स्केल के साथ जब फ्रांस की ताकत जुड़ जाती है तो दुनिया के लिए नए रास्ते बनते हैं। आज भी यहां दोनों देशों के बेस्ट माइंड्स एक साथ आए हैं। आज दोनों देश एक दूसरे के टैलेंट का खुले दिल से स्वागत कर रहे हैं। फ्रांस ने 2030 तक 30,000 भारतीय स्टूडेंट्स का स्वागत करने का लक्ष्य रखा है। ये यंग एनर्जी और यंग माइंड्स के तालमेल का एक बेहतरीन प्रयास है। फ्रेंड, साल 2026 भारत फ्रांस संबंधों के लिए एक अति विशेष वर्ष है। इसमें पीपल टू पीपल एक्सचेंज और गहरे होंगे। इंडस्ट्री टू इंडस्ट्री पार्टनरशिप का विस्तार होगा। आज हम जैसे भारत में जुटे हैं, उसी तरह जून 2026 में फ्रांस में भारत इनोवेट्स 2026 के तहत हम भारत के बेहतरीन टेक स्टार्टअप दुनिया के सामने रखेंगे, जो हेल्थ, क्लाइमेट, सिक्योरिटी जैसे ग्लोबल चैलेंजेस के समाधान बना रहे हैं। फ्रेंड्स, मैं फ्रांस और पूरे विश्व के लीडर्स, सीईओज, इन्वेस्टर्स और यूनिवर्सिटीज को आमंत्रित करता हूं। आइए भारत के साथ मिलकर ऐसा भविष्य बनाएं जहां टेक्नोलॉजी मानवता की सेवा करे और प्रगति समावेशी हो। इसी भाव के साथ आप सभी को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं हैं और मेरे मित्र का मैं बहुत आभारी हूं, जिस प्रकार से उन्होंने समय निकाला है और जिस प्रकार से उम्दा शब्द उन्होंने कहे हैं और जो विश्वास प्रकट किया है भारत और फ्रांस के संबंधों को लेकर के, उसके लिए एक अच्छे मित्र के रूप में और भारत फ्रांस की अच्छी मित्रता के रूप में मैं उनका बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Prime Minister Modi and French President Emmanuel Macron essentially calling the relationship between India and France as a relationship of partnership, a partnership which has only strengthened over a period of time. Prime Minister Modi once again highlighting how things have essentially changed for both the countries on various counts, be it artificial intelligence or, for that matter, deepening defense ties. Some big announcements that have also been made by the two world leaders. French President Emmanuel Macron also announcing that an invitation has been extended to Prime Minister Modi as far as the G7 summit is concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on This is Exclusive, we come to you with a very special story. It's about India's southernmost frontier, which has been at the center of a high-stakes debate over development and conservation. The National Green Tribunal, in fact, has upheld the environmental clearance for the ambitious Great Nicobar Holistic Development Project. Now, in its ruling, the tribunal said that there was absolutely no good ground to interfere, effectively clearing a major legal hurdle for the project to move forward. Envisioned as a strategic game changer, this project will effectively open up new opportunities for India's maritime future. Republic, the only channel with an exclusive ground report, brings you a peek inside this project. What does this mean for India's maritime security? And more importantly, what kind of opportunities really come up with this Great Nicobar project?
At the gateway of the Malacca Strait, Great Nicobar stands guard over one of the world's busiest sea lanes. An infrastructure project worth nearly 80,000 crore rupees is poised to redefine India's maritime future.
Today we are here at the southernmost frontier of India. This is Campbell Bay in Great Nicobar Island. Down south 70 kilometers from here is Indira Point, the southernmost tip of India. Government of India has big plans for this island.
अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह में जो हमारे यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी GNI प्रोजेक्ट जो लेकर आ रहे हैं, लगभग इनिशियल स्टेज में 72,000 करोड़ का ये प्रोजेक्ट है और कंप्लीट होते होते ये 1 लाख करोड़ तक पहुंचेगा.
Conceived by Niti Aayog in 2021, the project includes a port, dual-use airport, township, and a 450 MVA solar and gas power plant. The region is just 90 nautical miles from Indonesia's Sumatra, giving India a direct line to one of the busiest maritime trade routes, that is the Malacca Strait.
मैं कैम्बल बे का निवासी होने के नाते मैं पुनः एक बार जरूर यही कहूंगा कि कैम्बल बे में सेटलर हो नॉन सेटलर हो, इसको कोई भी विरोध नहीं कर रहा है और जल्दी से जल्दी इसको बनाने के लिए सब बोल रहे हैं और उनका ये भी एक इंतजार है कि कब यहाँ पे ये काम शुरू होगा और कब हमें कोई रोजगार का अपॉर्चुनिटी मिले, कुछ कमाने के लिए कुछ रास्ता बने. तो इसके लिए वो ईगरली वेट कर रहे हैं, बहुत ही इच्छुक हैं कि ये कब शुरू होने वाला है. तो इसलिए मैं पूरे अंडमान GNI ग्रेट निकोबार आइलैंड के पूरे तमाम लोगों की ओर से मैं यही कहना चाहूंगा सरकार को भी कि जितना जल्दी हो सकता है इस प्रोजेक्ट को शुरू किया जाए.
मैं खुशनसीबी सोचता हूं और गवर्नमेंट को भी इस चीज के लिए धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं कि इस छोटे से द्वीप जो इस आइलैंड को कोई नहीं जानता था, जो भारत का अंतिम छोर है, हमारा ग्रेट निकोबार आइलैंड, बहुत ही हमारा सुंदर सा एक छोटा सा द्वीप है. इस द्वीप में हम 7,000 के पॉपुलेशन, बस हमारा 7,000 का एक छोटा सा पॉपुलेशन वाला द्वीप है. लेकिन आपको बताते हुए मुझे ये गर्व लग रहा है कि गर्व महसूस हो रहा है. हमारा कैम्बल बे जोग्राफिकली सिंगापुर से बड़ा है. हमारा लैंड सिंगापुर से बहुत ही काफ़ी बड़ा क्षेत्र में हमारा ग्रेट निकोबार आइलैंड है.
This island is as sleepy as it can be at this time. Behind me is the Campbell Bay port area. There are a few jetties here. These jetties are meant to service the local population. Apart from passenger and cargo ships, these jetties are also used by the defense forces for their needs. Apart from these jetties, despite the strategic location of Great Nicobar Island, this island doesn't have a major port.
However, critics have long argued that the project risks damaging 15% of the island's forest cover and affecting 2 tribal groups. But the National Green Tribunal has now upheld the environmental clearance, stating there is no ground to interfere. It noted that adequate environmental safeguards were embedded in the clearance conditions. The Great Nicobar project sits at the crossroads of strategy, development, and ecology. As the debate continues, India moves ahead, strengthening its southern frontier, expanding maritime capacity, and shaping its role in the Indo-Pacific.
Well, from the maritime security standpoint, what does this NGT decision really mean? How does this really protect us? And why it is of great geopolitical significance, this particular area? I'm just going to quickly take you some of the points which essentially indicates the strategic positioning of this place. It is located just next to the western entrance of the Malacca Strait. Is key for global trade because that's the entry point. So it basically gives us an outpost. It's the water port to bolster Andaman and Nicobar Tri-Services Command. So that's the maritime security angle that comes into the picture. Economic gateway positions Great Nicobar as the major transshipment hub, which wasn't what it was in the past, and how it basically dramatically changes livelihood as far as those in this area are concerned. Reduced dependence, it allows to capture and service its own and regional cargo domestically. So it essentially allows more movement of trade and job creation, expected to create jobs that attracts FDIs too. So that is the other reason why they're saying that this is about economic prosperity in the area. Earlier today, I also spoke to Vice Admiral A.K. Chawla, a Navy veteran who served in the area, who's helped us understand why this decision is a game changer and would essentially mean that it protects India, especially keeping in mind we have a belligerent neighbor. Tonight on This Is Exclusive, we have a very special guest, Vice Admiral A.K. Chawla. Admiral Chawla, thank you very much for joining us on this broadcast. In fact, a lot has been spoken about the Great Nicobar project and the fact that there have been divisive opinions on this entire issue. But someone who's been there, someone who's been at the forefront of it, the strategic importance of a project like this, no one better than you, Admiral Chawla, to really explain why the country really needs a project like this.
Thank you firstly for having me on. You know, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Lakshadweep Islands are strategic outposts that we are very fortunate to possess. And for many years, for various reasons, we have not been really able to capitalize on their strategic location. But in the recent past, I think several moves have been made, which is, and this is one of them, the establishment of a container transshipment port on the Great Nicobar Island. So the strategic significance of this is particularly the fact that it is located very close, firstly, to the Strait of Malacca, right at the entrance. It's on top of the 6-degree channel, which is the main channel through which the merchant traffic flows from the Suez Canal to the Malacca Strait. It is also very close to Southeast Asia and possibly the closest point that we have to the South China Sea as well. So from a strategic point of view, this container terminal port that is being established, as also the dual-use airport that is being established, will bolster our presence, military presence in this very sensitive location. Besides being, of course, the primary purpose is commercial, besides being a transshipment port, which will hopefully serve, because of its location, the entire Bay of Bengal area, and over the years could evolve into an important shipping hub from there. So I think that is the major strategic significance. It gives us a huge outpost at the southernmost tip of India, very close to the Malacca Strait, and right astride the major shipping lane from going from the Suez Canal to the Malacca Strait.
Admiral Chawla, let me put it this way, because when the arguments were essentially made about why we do not require this kind of a project, it was essentially because you have the Shampan tribe and various other tribes, their presence there, and the fact that you're basically uprooting them from that very area. Let me then ask you, Admiral Chawla, absence of such a strategic outpost, what would that mean for India, assuming we did not have this outpost?
We already have a naval base at Campbell Bay, and we have a naval air station also called INS Bars, from which wide-bodied aircraft cannot take off and land, but short-range aircraft and aircraft like the Hercules can take off and land. So we have a basic naval and air presence capability out there. But that is very basic. So really the major sort of military presence that we have is in Port Blair, which is quite way up north from the area that we are interested in. So I think the absence of this would mean that, our lines of communication, the deployments of ships and aircraft get that much longer. And this brings them that much closer to the area of maritime interest that we are looking at. So the absence is that, and yes, environmental concerns have been there, very rightly so. But I think the expert panel of the government, which is the National Green Tribunal, has looked at it. And I'm sure the ruling that they have taken will ensure that the biodiversity of the area and the ecological sensitiveness of the area is protected to the best capability. Of course, there will be, when you construct something, there will be a sort of displacement of some people as well as the biodiversity. But I think the area that we are looking at compared to the size of the island is not that much. And if it is handled correctly, as has been directed by the Green Tribunal, I'm sure these sensitivities will be looked after, because after all, the biodiversity and the beauty of the area is also one of the factors of the attractiveness of the islands which you are looking at for tourism. So if we have to maintain that as well, I think the directives of the National Green Tribunal will need to be implemented rigorously. So I think it is a balance. Any development that you do anywhere in the country has to be a balance between the ecological needs as also the developmental needs.
Well, that's all that we could pack in this special edition of This is the Exclusive. Coming up, special programming from the AI Summit venue in the national capital.
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front and he said we've taken a clear decision not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 वर्ल्ड कप जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ी स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह खड़े होना चाहिए।
That's what he said 8 days back. Now he's changed his line 8 days later. Now he's saying that the government of Pakistan is now directing the Pakistan national team to play, to take the field on February 15th for the scheduled fixture against India in the T20 World Cup. Now viewers, my point is, let the Pakistanis do what the hell they want to do, who cares? But what is the BCCI doing? What is the ICC doing? What is Rajiv Shukla doing? What is this paid executive Sanjog Gupta doing? Why are we allowing Pakistan to do the U-turn? We should have never given them a long rope. We should have caught them and said, no, you said you're not playing, now you don't play. We should have embarrassed them. We should have made life hell for them. We should have reined in the Pakistanis. But no, you see in our country, some people are so desperate, like Rajiv Shukla, so desperate to play cricket with Pakistan. Why, Rajiv Shukla, do you want to play cricket with Pakistan? You have no history of cricket. But Rajiv Shukla says, we agree with the ICC. We cannot comment on what the ICC is doing. And then he says, ICC, BCCI has nothing to do with what Shehbaz Sharif is saying. Well, let me tell you, the ICC has given in to Pakistan. And I feel bad, this fellow, Sanjog Gupta, who is the ICC CEO, earlier was a TV executive, ladies and gentlemen, in the same company. Now, this man, Sanjog Gupta, puts out a statement trying to placate Pakistan, trying to placate Bangladesh. And now they are sitting on the negotiating table with Pakistan. They didn't put any fine on Pakistan for all its tantrums. They gave in. This man, Sanjog Gupta, a simple paid executive, he has given in to the demand of hosting further matches in Bangladesh. So he's compromised India, directly or indirectly, and I'm saying, who the hell is he to do that? Who allowed him to do that? Even the demand that Bangladesh must receive its full ICC revenue share has been agreed to, even when Bangladesh did not play the game. So Bangladesh used Pakistan as a linchpin to pressurize India, and a paid executive called Sanjog Gupta agreed on India's behalf And why am I saying India? Because ICC is controlled by BCCI. There's no difference. Ladies and gentlemen, this is crazy. Who is this man? How did he become? Has ICC become the new SARC? Is ICC the governing body of South Asia? Has this cricket body ICC been given the rights to compromise India? How is cricket politics been allowed to compromise national interest? A terrorist nation tried to use cricket as leverage to pressurize India, and ICC, a man called Sanjay Gupta of ICC, puts out a placatory statement.
Amity has one of India's most advanced supercomputing facilities for AI research and teaching. Equipped with world-class facilities, the center drives interdisciplinary research and industry-academia collaboration, preparing students for disruptive AI technologies, committed to India's global tech leap. Amity is proud to be the knowledge partner at India AI Impact Summit.
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला
अरे टेंशन किस बात की सेंचुरी प्रोवुड का प्रीमियम प्लस है ना लो एमिशन है हाई डेंसिटी है वाटर रेजिस्टेंट भी टर्माइट एंड बोरो रेजिस्टेंट भी है यानी ये है जहां नो टेंशन वहां
प्रीमियम प्लस बाय सेंचुरी प्रोवुड
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी चाहे जो भी हो
सर पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस विद यू लाइक फैमिली with you always
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल ये रंग दे ये खुशबू दे ये तीखा ये कम पड़े क्या निराला MDH मसाला
Himanta Biswa Sarma, good evening.
Good evening.
And everyone across the country has watched your press conference yesterday.
Yes.
Now, you see, now that you've done the press conference, you've made some very, very damning allegations against Gaurav Gogoi.
Yes.
Are you doing it? First question, let's have it out of the way. Are you doing this because you're facing a huge test in your political career with the Assam elections coming up, and he's the person Rahul Gandhi is putting up against you?
Arnab, you know Assam. Even I produce a picture of Asim Munir and Gaurav Gogoi. Congress is not going to lose a single vote because whomever the vote, the section of people who vote for Gaurav Gogoi or Rahul Gandhi in Assam, in any case they will vote only Congress. From that press conference, neither I will gain one vote, neither I will lose one vote.
But you have said some amazing things.
Yes.
You said that you think that Gaurav Gogoi visited Pakistan on an invitation from the ISI. You have said he has gone there for specific training, and some specific training was given to him in Pakistan.
Arnab,
these are national security allegations,
yes,
sir.
Yes. Arnab, today, Gaurav Gogoi did a press conference. I do not know whether you know it or no, do not know it. He has amplified my allegation. My allegation was that he got a visa for Lahore. Then next day when he arrived Lahore, Ministry of Interior Pakistan issued a letter that
India AI Impact Summit, a global summit on artificial intelligence, first to be hosted by India from the Global South, underway right now at Bharat Mandapam. Now, top tech CEOs, policy makers, heads of states all have arrived at this spot to discuss the future of AI with a focus on people, progress and planet. So what is the discussion all about? We'll get you all the details at 7:30 with me, Ishita Mitra, on Republic TV.
Amity has one of India's most advanced supercomputing facilities for AI research and teaching. Equipped with world-class facilities, the center drives interdisciplinary research and industry-academia collaboration, preparing students for disruptive AI technologies, committed to India's global tech leap. Amity is proud to be the knowledge partner at India AI Impact Summit.
MDH की देगी मीरज,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मीरज।
यानी इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा,
राजा और मसाला। मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, everyday.
I am absolutely fed up, like you are, I'm sure, with the U-turns of the BCCI and the ICC and cricket politics. And I feel bad, like every citizen of India does, that these people, because they want to make some money over cricket, are ready to compromise the nation. Terrible. Pakistan has taken another magnificent U-turn in its decision to not play, not play, not play, not play, keep changing its mind, ladies and gentlemen. First they say they stand with Bangladesh, then they said we stand with them so much that we don't participate in the World Cup. Then they put Shehbaz Sharif in front and he said we've taken a clip not to play cricket with India because we are backing Bangladesh. Listen to what Shehbaz Sharif said.
T20 वर्ल्ड कप जो है उस हवाले से हमने बड़ा वाज़ेह स्टैंड लिया है कि हम हिंदुस्तान के ख़िलाफ़ जो मैच है वो हम नहीं खेलेंगे, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा कि ये खेल का मैदान है, ये सियासत नहीं है। खेल के मैदान में सियासत बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए। हमने एक बड़ा सोच समझ के हमने स्टैंड लिया है और इस हवाले से हमें बांग्लादेश के साथ पूरी तरह खड़े होना चाहिए।
That's what he said 8 days back. Now he's changed his line 8 days later. Now he's saying that the government of Pakistan is now directing the Pakistan national team to play, to take the field on February 15 for the scheduled fixture against India in the T20 World Cup. Now viewers, my point is, let the Pakistanis do what the hell they want to do, who cares? But what is the BCCI doing? What is the ICC doing? What is Rajiv Shukla doing? What is this paid executive Sanjog Gupta doing? Why are we allowing Pakistan to do the U-turn? We should have never given them a long rope. We should have caught them and said, no, you said you're not playing, now you don't play. We should have embarrassed them. We should have made life hell for them. We should have reined in the Pakistanis. But no, you see in our country, some people are so desperate, like Rajiv Shukla, so desperate to play cricket with Pakistan. Why, Rajiv Shukla, do you want to play cricket with Pakistan? You have no history of cricket. But Rajiv Shukla says, we agree with the ICC. We cannot comment on what the ICC is doing. And then he says, ICC, BCCI has nothing to do with what Shehbaz Sharif is saying. Well, let me tell you, the ICC has given in to Pakistan. And I feel bad. This fellow, Sanjog Gupta, who is the ICC CEO, earlier was a TV executive, ladies and gentlemen, in the same company. Now, this man, Sanjog Gupta, puts out a statement trying to placate Pakistan, trying to placate Bangladesh. And now they are sitting on the negotiating table with Pakistan. They didn't put any fine on Pakistan for all its tantrums. They gave in. This man, Sanjog Gupta, a simple...
23-year-old Sahil was killed because someone else was shooting a reel.
मैं ये एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर सकती। सिस्टम ये कह के नहीं भाग सकता। ये पेलेबल ऑफेंस है। ये सिस्टम इस चीज से नहीं बच सकता। आज तक जो होता है मुझे नहीं पता। मेरे को ये बाप बेटे अंदर चाहिए।
Reels, the new pandemic, Arnab's debate at 9 p.m.
Hello viewers, you're watching Republic TV with me, Ishita Mitra, and I'm coming live to you from Bharat Mandapam. This is where the AI Impact Summit 2026 is underway. Top tech CEOs, heads of states, policy makers, innovators, all from around the world have gathered at one place to discuss the future of artificial intelligence, with a big focus on three sutras, the three guiding principles which have been guiding discussions all around here, that is people, planet and progress. Now the discussions have been going around, and we also spoke to top key voices. In fact, starting with, I spoke to the CTO of Blue Machines AI, Abhishek Ranjan. Let's take a listen to the conversation which goes around to talk about the impact of AI and how India here in the journey of AI revolution is not going to be standing at the periphery but at the center. Let's take a listen. I want to understand, global giants are also working on this quest. So how is your product responding to those challenges which are being missed by the global AI giants?
One of the things at Blue Machines that we are doing is we are building for India scale. I think that is the most important thing. With our infrastructure, we can do millions of calls every day. We already do over 1 million minutes of conversations every day. What we are doing is we are building for India, but we are also partnering with global giants. One of the things that we are doing is for one of the best voice providers in the world, Cartesia is coming in and partnering with us. And we have a great partnership with them to install and work with them inside our infrastructure. They have chosen us because we can work at scale. What we also do very well is we are primarily focused on enterprises. So our enterprise adoption curve is super high. Like we provide our own FDEs or forward deployed engineers who work with these enterprises and take these voice agents from the P80 to P99. Like anybody can create a voice agent. How do you make it work in production? How do you make it work for an enterprise along with those guardrails? I think those are things that we do well. That's why global leaders or foundational model leaders like Cartesia are coming and working with us on our platform. We have also managed to shorten the enterprise adoption curve. So with our AI FDs, we have our AI agents which are also able to do integrations on these platforms, which are able to accelerate the adoption of enterprise. So if you imagine a big enterprise, like a bunch of companies that we are working with, for them, if they have to deploy even a small software, it takes them months and months to deploy it. With our FDs and our AI agents FD engine, they are able to do it within 1 week or 2 weeks. So our adoption curve is super low. Today, we have so much demand on the enterprise side that, if we had to scale it with just humans, it would almost be impossible. We are able to make enterprises go live faster. All our pilots convert. All the customers that you see today on our platform, none of them are like pilot customers who have done a small amount of work. These are all customers that have gone live. These are customers who are renewing with us and working with us.
All right, so scale and speed are the two factors. I also want to ask you, we are living in a country where there are multiple languages spoken, multiple dialects as well, and yours is in fact a voice AI platform. So how do you tackle those challenges? Because there's always a divide between urban and the rural areas.
So when we started building out this voice AI platform, there were two main challenges that we wanted to solve. One was the challenge of scale, like how do you solve it for India's scale? And that is a challenge that we have solved very well today. As I said, we do 1 million calls every day. Almost we have done 20 to 30 million calls that have happened today on our platform. What we have also done is solve for these dialects and turn taking. Like when we started doing our calls, there were a lot of things where we have our Indian, just like the Indian nod, right? When you're talking on a conversation, you would say things like, okay. It doesn't mean the other person has to stop. A lot of AIs would just stop and wait for you to say the next thing. We have solved for that. We have our own turn-taking model that sort of understands when you have stopped speaking, when you mean to speak. It takes your acoustic patterns into account. We have also solved for dialects, like things which mean something in UP means something very different in Karnataka versus means something very different in Maharashtra.
Yeah, that's a very peculiar problem, but that's a very consistent one as well.
Yeah, so some of the cases that we were solving for, like recently we were trying to work with a retail company which was trying to call shopkeepers and understand if they wanted more inventory. Now when people were trying to talk to them, somebody said in one of the calls that put to something of a product. Now the way the person said it means very different in Maharashtra versus it means very different in UP. How do we solve for that? So we have our own engine that sort of corrects, adds context to the speech. The LLM is fine-tuned to understand these different dialects. So these are all things that we are building. With this, we are not just getting accuracy, we are also trying to move the needle on the enterprise adoption side of it.
Right. You talked about guardrails as well. This is something that I would like to touch upon because we've seen, a lot of chatbots. They go on suggesting to people things that are not suggestible. For example, somebody asking, let's say ChatGPT, give me steps on how to commit suicide. Now, there are safeguards, but not enough safeguards. You can always, work your way around those things. So what are the safeguards in your product against those things? And also, how do you ensure that the human touch is there? Because, conversations really need, I think, at least in the kind of world we're living today.
Yeah, I think guardrails are the most important. Guardrails and compliance are something that we have built from the bottoms up. They were the most important thing for us. Even if we take the example of the Arnab debate that we did on Republic, with one of the, he's one of the top journalists, orators in India. He tried to break the guardrails. The AI stuck to what it was trying to do. That's what we want to build inside our system. We have our own guardrails engine where you can create your policies. We have a lot of inbuilt policies because for enterprises it's very important. We are working in regulated industries like SEBI, RBI. So we have all these policies set up into our systems already. So it will never mis-sell, upsell. It will never deviate from the core task that is given to it. All these are part of our guardrails engine. I think that makes it special. Since we have a lot of these inbuilt into our systems, like once you try to create an agent on our system, you can just select follow the SEBI guardrails and it will follow all that. So that makes it super good.
And now, viewers, India is in a transition stage. It is moving from the journey of digital revolution towards the journey of AI revolution. And in that journey, India is not just consuming AI, but also developing AI products. And on this, I spoke to Devdas Sen, who is the CEO of TCG Digital. Take a listen. We're present at the India AI Impact Summit 2026 and I'm being joined by Devdas Sen. He's the CEO of TCG Digital, a company that's one of India's only, in fact, product AI company. So, sir, you've traveled all the way from New York for the summit in New Delhi. What is the atmosphere you're picking up from around?
Oh, it's absolutely brilliant. There's so much of energy out here. It's the era of AI. Everybody's talking about AI. AI is everywhere. And somebody said it's the century of India. And you really feel it happening out here. It's just so incredible. So many people, so many products, so much of innovation.
All right, so stimulating atmosphere around. And I want to ask you, because we're talking about a global summit, how do you assess India's stage when it comes to AI, your assessment, because you're a crucial player from the AI industry?
Look at us. So we've built the product in India and the product is getting used at very, very large companies all around the world. The largest oil company uses it, the largest gas company uses it, the largest university uses it. I'm talking about largest in various sectors around the world. The largest sports association uses it. So we make in India and the world takes it now.
All right. Also, this is one aspect that, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav and Prime Minister Modi has also been focusing on about inclusive AI. How do we ensure that there is not an AI divide? So how do you look at that narrative going ahead and also ensure that, we're looking at equitable access, more access to AI?
I think just like the digital revolution that has happened with the mobile phones in India, this is just the next step. I think it is pervasive, it is democratized. About us in TCG Digital and our product is M-Cube, what we do is we make AI work for core industries, making sure that efficiency enhancement and productivity enhancement happens at scale in the core old industries, and nothing gets more democratized than that.
All right, so there's also this debate going on, AI versus human, that AI is going to take over our jobs. I believe the job market is certainly going to change. New jobs will come up. The skill set will also have to change with time. Do you think it is human versus AI or humans with AI?
No, it's absolutely humans with AI. Frankly speaking, some jobs are going to change, but new jobs are going to come in. So I don't think we need to be worried about jobs going away. It's about having a different skill set for the future.
All right, your one message from India AI Impact Summit to anyone who's watching this.
It's the era of AI and the century of India.
And now, viewers, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in fact, has laid down his vision of AI in India. He says India will become one of the top 3 superpowers when it comes to AI, and the development that we're going to see in this field will be human-centric. So how are Indian companies, in fact, contributing to AI revolution? On this, I spoke to one of the co-founders of Sarvam AI, Dr. Vivek Raghavan. Let's listen in to that conversation. And I'm being joined by Sarvam AI's co-founder Vivek Raghavan. Thank you so much for joining us on Republic.
Thank you for having me on.
All right, a short while ago, Prime Minister was speaking and he talked about his vision of India becoming one of the top superpowers in AI. What is Sarvam's contribution to that goal?
See, I think India should have its rightful place in AI superpowers, clearly because we have the talent, the young people. And I think that that's a natural place for us to be. So Sarvam is very happy to be a small part of that success, and our goal really is to show people that from India we can build world-class AI models. And we're starting with things that are closest to us, things related to Indian language, which we should be the best at. And that's really the way that we're starting. But it's a journey, and I hope